Attention shoppers. If you receive SNAP food assistance benefits, is your information up to date?
Clean up aisle 4.
On it. When it's time to update your information, it's important to go online and report any changes.
To your income, employment, family situation, or address.
Keep your information fresh to keep SNAP food assistance benefits. Learn more at michigan.gov/food assistance. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
Running a business means checking a lot of boxes.
Let's see. Payroll? Check. Inventory? Check. Insurance?
Good thing Simply Business makes getting small business insurance fast and easy. Check insurance off your list at simplybusiness.com.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
Skip this message by jumping to the 1-minute mark. Hello there, VIPs. Steve here. In case you didn't know, I do a podcast with our former intern, Kyle. You remember Kyle? Wiener 2, I believe, was his nickname back on the radio show. We do a podcast called, well, very creatively, the Steve and Kyle Podcast. Every Tuesday at 7 a.m., we release a new episode. And while the radio show's on vacation over the next 2 weeks, we're going to be throwing a couple of episodes of the Steve and Kyle Podcast in as your daily download, since we're not going to be back until January 8th. You can follow us on Twitter at Steve and Kyle, Facebook.com/Steve and Kyle. Or if you want to subscribe, that would be even better. Just go into iTunes or Google Play or Stitcher or TuneIn or any of those podcasting apps. Just type in the Steve and Kyle Podcast and hit subscribe. Hopefully you enjoy it and you'll subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. So enjoy this episode that was recorded at some point in the last couple of months. Sorry, they're not really in any kind of order. Again, every time we read one of these, I think of billboards. That's a great tagline.
When we get a budget, that's what we're doing. We've had a lot of really good ones. Mm-hmm. Most of them hideously condescending. This one, Steve and Kyle Podcast, our two stupid faces, and right below it, sultry socializing.
You have to look up in Farmer Joe's Almanac to see when there's going to be a good fence season.
What did we call that stupid thing down the road? Poverty Ben's idiot prediction guide or something like that.
And I swear, if you're on a plane that doesn't have recline levers on the seats, your wife is going to murder you, and we're going to fully endorse it. Your Honor, listen to this.
Yeah.
We'll play this 6-minute clip. You'll be guilty and dead. That's double bad. What the hell? Were we threatening a man that was planning his honeymoon?
Yeah. So
that if he didn't go on first class.
I don't know if anybody got the idea, but we recorded, so it's been 11 days since we've been here, so we recorded 2 episodes in 4 days.
Yeah.
So our notes were very minimal. So I literally had a generic time marker with no details on what I was looking for. And when it was in the middle of the phone call, I go, this is weird. And then I heard you say, guilty and dead. That's double bad. I had to listen to it multiple times because it made me laugh so hard. You're guilty and dead.
Oh, that's double bad.
Double bad. Like they're going to prosecute.
That's what the judge would say.
They're going to prosecute a dead man who, again, wasn't on trial. The wife would be on trial for murdering said man for not getting first-class airplane tickets.
Maybe in your world. Not in this world.
Well, I love it. I love the premise of it. That was our 2 minutes of awkward conversation last week.
Yeah.
With listener Bryce, who is a bit of a, around the world traveler.
He is, yeah, savvy world traveler. Jet setting to places near and far. What does he do again?
You say medical sales? Like he goes
pedals
pills or something?
Pill peddler.
Yep. We got another one today. We're back on track. We got another one today.
Greg in Albany at some point later on during this episode. It's Sunday, November 26th, 2017, the year of our Lord. It's the Steve and Kyle podcast. It's our first episode since I got this.
Oh.
got the jewels on.
Yeah.
Got my fan. You want to see my ring?
Oh, man.
Look at that.
What's that? Like a 9.5?
Nah. I don't know. It's the one that fit.
How many times as a male do you get sized for a ring that anybody would remember? Class ring if you get one.
Class ring, yeah. So your junior/senior year
Yep.
of high school. I think we got sized for it at the end of our junior
Yep.
year.
And then you have to beg your parents to pay way too much money to get your school mascot on one side, and if you're me, whatever sport you didn't participate in on the other side.
The sport that you just liked, though.
Yeah,
like
I
had hockey on mine.
Did you really?
And it's not because I played on the school team.
Yeah,
but because I liked hockey.
I think I paid a few extra bucks because I didn't do any sports. So on one side I had the mascot, which is a wildcat. And then on the other side I had, like, in color, it looked really nice, like an American flag waving. That's like, I saw it in the catalog. I was like, what else am I going to do? I don't want my stupid initials like everybody else.
Man, you were a patriot, you know, way back in the day.
It made sense for me for me anyway to have that because I was a freshman in 2001.
Oh, okay.
So for me, that whole thing was throughout high school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it worked out for me because, like I said, I didn't do any sports. I wrote for the newspaper. What am I going to get, a stupid newspaper on the side of my ring?
They can only make that so detailed on the side of a ring.
So I remember, and then I think the big birthstone in the center.
I had a green, emerald.
Green, March, or I don't know what it was, but it was green, I think. And maybe it was blue. I don't have any. When is the last time you had to look up your birthstone?
Do you know right now? Could you go to your house and find your class ring?
No, because I'd have to go to the pawn shop that I sold it to.
Did you really?
Not a pawn shop, but a one of those places that buys and sells.
Like a consignment place?
Yeah, so this is back when I was less well off. So I was living paycheck to paycheck, Steve, for a portion in my early 20s would be generous.
Yeah.
To the point where on Thursday nights I was checking my phone for my bank account at 8 o'clock. Be like, all right, I got $580 until the paycheck comes through tonight at midnight or whatever. And so to say things were a bit tight would be an understatement. So I looked at that ring. I haven't worn it in 4 to 5 years at that point, easily. I don't even think it fit.
Yeah.
I don't need it. My kids aren't going to care down the road. Hey, look what Dad had.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody cares. And I didn't care anymore. I didn't like high school anyway. It's not like I'm pining for the yesteryear and the lore of all the friendships and camaraderie. No. I remember high school, I barely went to football games. I had a job. I didn't play any sports. I hated it. So, yeah, I went down the road, brought it to 2 different places. One place, I'm almost positive, if I remember this the way it went, they offered me more than my parents paid for the ring.
What?
Because I'm sure it had something to do with the price of gold.
Sure, and so I would assume that they just take them
They melt
and
it down. Yep, make their
pop
own.
the stone out of it, which is, the stone is fake, right?
Well, it's a birthstone, so what's it really worth, right? So, remember selling it? So, because I remember this girl went and weighed it, and she came back like, oh, this is the number. I go,
sure about that?
You sure? And I think she thought, like, oh, is that, like, not what you were expecting? I go, no, that's great. Write that check. I'm on my way.
Nope, no poker face at that age.
$300 or something.
Yeah.
So at that point, oh, my God, where am I flying to? Like, I'm taking a vacation with this much money.
I can quit my job.
Yeah. So, I sold it to a local jeweler who, this was back during the craze of where every other commercial and print advertisement was, we buy gold and silver.
Yeah, and every place had somebody dancing on the corner.
Yeah.
In like in an American flag costume.
Yeah. I might try to pawn out some of my other high school garbage, my cap and gown.
It's funny, speaking of that, I just got with my mom was in town for the wedding. She was here for a whole week.
Yeah.
And she didn't bring, but one of her good friend, whose son I grew up with and whose daughter was in my grade. They're still my mom and Mrs. Graham are still very good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So they were driving out for the wedding, and my mom said to me when she got out here like a week and a half ago, she said, "Oh, just so you know, Mr. and Mrs. Graham, they're bringing out 2 boxes of your stuff."
You're so
I was
excited,
like,
I'm sure.
I was like, "Why? You made Mr. and Mrs. Graham drive out with my stuff?" And she said, "Oh, no, don't worry. They had plenty of room in the car." I said, "I am not worried about the amount of room they had in their car. That is the least of my concerns. What I'm concerned about is that you're giving me more garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's all of your stuff. So I went through this box the other day, and I had old hockey cards, which I'm sure are just worth nuns of dollars.
Well, I'm sure you got the rookie cards from 1996.
Yeah.
You know, but the off-brand, so it's not like Fleer or Tops. It's like
Bottoms.
Tops with one P, or instead of Flair, it's instead of Fleer, it's Flair.
Yeah. Yeah, so I went through that, and I mean, just garbage, just random nonsense. The only thing that I would have been excited about is seeing my high school class ring.
Yeah.
Because no clue. I have no idea
where
that thing is. I'm pretty sure I lost it.
Do you remember what it looks like?
I do. Yeah.
You said you got the hockey player on the side.
Yeah, I got a hockey player on one side, and I had soccer.
American flag on the other?
No, I had soccer on the other side, which is curious because I only played soccer my freshman year and like the first week of my sophomore year, and then I said, nah, that's not
Don't
really
you get your rings freshman, sophomore year, though? I'm almost positive you do, so you can like wear them
No, we didn't.
Am I nuts?
I think we got... like I said, I think I remember getting sized for it because the Justin's rep came out to the school.
Darn right.
And we got sized for them. I think it was the end of junior year, and then we got them because they had like the ring ceremony the beginning of senior year.
Yeah.
Because I remember wearing it all of senior year. And like giving it to my best girl so she could wear it on her necklace.
Oh, nice. What a sweet move.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that about a week
Maybe
and a half ago.
Maybe she still has it.
Give her a call.
My high school girlfriend.
Look her up.
I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Send her a message.
Hey, what's up, girl?
Hey,
got my
babe.
ring?
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Still got that emerald. Remember?
What is she still wearing it? Just pining after the old days.
Yeah, she was actually in the back of the church last week.
Yeah. Let's hope it fails. Let's hope it fails. I'm not going to interrupt it, but if it fails, I'm okay.
I'll be there to pick up the pieces.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that. About a week. So I moved out of my parents 4 or 5 years ago now, and moved into an apartment first. So it's the same thing. You take what you can, but then you realize, oh, hey, it's an apartment. I don't want just boxes of garbage.
Yeah.
Well, then we moved into a house like 10 months later, and never really went and got all of the junk and the small stuff from my parents. So, and they've mentioned it over the years, like, hey, you're going to come get this stuff or that stuff.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm on it.
No.
So
Hey, you got this box marked middle school.
Yeah.
You think you need it? No, probably not.
Probably not. I'm good.
No.
So about a year ago, they came over. It was like a grocery bag of extra shoes. And
Nice.
that's where I got my my chrome dad-ass Supremes back from.
Tangent right here.
Yep.
When I went upstairs to go to the bathroom before
Yep.
we started recording, I noticed only one of your shoes was at the front door now. The other one was curled up with Lola on the couch.
Well, whatever it takes to comfort Lola.
That's what she does whenever everyone leaves, because Annette left to do some grocery shopping. So
She curls up with a shoe.
Lola gets a little agitated when everyone leaves all at once, so she'll pick up a shoe. And she doesn't chew on it. She just curls up with it.
That's totally fine.
Curls up with it on the couch.
I think she is more excited when I show up places
Good Lord.
than if I left my wife for a month. The way that dog sprints to say hi to me, but then I think it's like a very quick realization that
I think she's excited because we'll say, "Who's coming to see you?"
Yeah.
And the head tilt back and forth, and you see her eyes get wide.
Yeah.
And then if we walk anywhere near the door, she just it's like hell has been
Crazy.
unleashed.
Because I thought today might be a 2-paw punch.
Yeah.
Because she was nearing top speed as she approached me.
Yeah.
Came to a dead stop, realized it was me, and booked it the other way to go sniff anything else. So
yeah, you have this uncanny ability to make people very excited to see you, which we'll get to a little bit later once we start talking about
oh my goodness,
some of the wedding recap from
we do it to make
last
sure
weekend.
we leave plenty of time for that too.
Yeah.
But so I got a bag of shoes like last year. Well, a week and a half ago, my mom and dad were going to stop by for some. I buy the turkey for Thanksgiving, so I had it in my freezer. Like, hey, we're out. We're going to stop by. We have your stuff. What the hell are you talking? Like, they used to go to Costco for us when they were members, and we'd pay them to get us stuff.
Yeah.
we're Costco members. What could they? I don't understand what
maybe
they have.
Maybe we left some paper towels there, or
like, all right,
bars.
We're here.
Yeah.
So they pull in, and my dad starts bringing in like 2-3 boxes. Like one's a shoe box in a bigger box, one's in a bag or something. What the hell? Well, Steve, a week and a half ago, I inherited the Nintendo 64.
Ah, yes.
4 controllers, a box of games, and a shoe box of stuff that must have come from the entertainment center that I would have my TV in and everything when I was a kid.
Oh, like all your little knickknacks?
So let me tell you what I received. 3 empty $1, no more than that, picture frames, like the plastic ones that just sit on the side. A koosh ball.
Oh, I loved koosh balls. They were it was like a rubber band ball.
Yep.
But it was just stringy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. A Mack truck Zippo.
I mean, nothing says Kyle.
I'm trying to remember it. I'm pretty positive that was my grandfather's. I think it was my grandfather's when he passed. He used to work way back in the day for Mack Trucks, I think. The Zippo's non-functional, but I received that.
Not at all? Doesn't work at all?
No, it doesn't strike. I don't think it's a fluid thing. I think there's something inhibiting, where you spin, what is that, where you spin the wheels at the striker or whatever? Yeah. You spin the wheel. There's something inhibiting it because it really grinds.
I bet you could get that repaired.
Maybe.
They probably make rebuild kits for them.
Probably. And
probably not going to do it, though, are you?
Yeah, I have a functioning Zippo that I use 4 times a year. And I received one of those pictures. I don't even know who it is, but it's like it's a silhouette of like a baby or something. It's like a black. So it's a white background, and it's just a black silhouette of like a face or whatever from the side. Received that.
Yeah, we had. I remember my parents got them done for us too, and
I don't know if it was me. Nobody ever told me. It just like appeared in my room one day when I was a kid.
Like you were walking through the Five and Dime, and you thought like, I like that baby
There's
silhouette.
A good chance
I'll take that.
That's a picture frame purchased from, back in the day, Montgomery Ward, maybe. And that's just the original pice of paper that was in the frame. And
does it say 5x7 down in the corner?
No, I haven't looked. But but I wonder if I've been oh yeah, that's me as a baby, or and it might be my dad as I don't remember.
Who knows?
I don't know. I'm trying to think what other garbage. So, I mean, I started taking like a button from my college, literally a button. Yeah, we can throw that out.
But did you feel like when I opened up all that crap that my mom had, my mom forced her friend to drive out with?
Yeah.
It's weird because I thought, I don't need any of this, but
no,
I can't throw it out.
I get it. I get why they gave it to me because in their mind, like, hey, he's been gone for years. That's his stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, if he doesn't want it, he could throw it away. Yeah. I totally get it.
She could have thrown everything out, though, and I would have had no recollection of it.
Yep, absolutely.
None whatsoever.
Agreed. And so I threw out, like, the real garbage. Like, I will never, like, the empty picture frames, all that, like, in the garbage immediately. Yeah. So I have a shoebox with, like, 4 things on it, and I went and found a massive tote that had 80% full instead of 105% full, threw it in, closed it, won't touch it
up a bit.
Yeah, won't touch it until we move down the road. So, don't worry though. Got the Nintendo 64 plugged in if you want to come on by and play some GoldenEye.
Yeah, you got that hooked up to your new TV?
No, I have it hooked up in my basement TV. Okay. And it's funny. So, like I said, I got 4 controllers, and 2 of them were like the knockoff brands,
like Pretendo.
But it goes to, like, the way me and my brother played, man, it was serious business because do you know how much tape are on those controllers? Yeah. Because we threw them and smashed them in the ground. I remember I'd hit them against my head. So, it's taped together, some of these things. So, yeah, maybe I'll retire that controller. Maybe that one doesn't need to be.
Go on Amazon. You could probably get one of those ones that works for like every system for about $1. Yeah. And you just have to buy the right adapter for it.
What's funny though is if you like to look for originals of like Nintendo 64 stuff, it's one of those things that's becoming, even though it's 20 years old now, it's becoming crazy vintage. So if you want, you can't find a GoldenEye, which is, known as like one of the best Nintendo games ever. You can't find one affordable. to play. You have to buy the, you know, a knockoff or whatever. But come on, buy if you want.
It's weird. We never had a Nintendo 64. We had
really
Nintendo, and then I think we went to
Super Nintendo.
No, not
me neither.
No, we went straight from Nintendo to Sega Genesis.
Okay,
and then Genesis was like the last one that we had as a family because at that point my brother was, you know, basically out of the house. Almost. But because I remember I went out and bought the original PlayStation because I bought that probably my junior year in high school. And then I remember taking it to college with me because all we did was play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Oh,
just nonstop.
We had the Nintendo, and then I remember whenever the Nintendo 64 came out, I don't even know what year it was, probably 96, something like that. My brother and I decided like, hey, we're going to start saving all of the $1 for whatever reason we receive and put it in, you know, an old Tootsie Roll jar and so I told my parents about it, and I think they're like, yeah, okay, because, you know, probably how many times have we had said that before. Yeah. So they let it go for about 4 or 5 months to see, like, hey, they're still doing it, and then we got a Nintendo 64. But after that, I was like, yeah, you're on your own. We're not buying another one of those things ever. So, after that, we skipped to, I think, probably PlayStation 2. I don't even know. But, way too, if you think about the money sunk into those pieces of garbage.
Not really worth it.
But hey, like you said, the PlayStation you bought on your own, you played it nonstop, right?
Yeah. Still have it somewhere.
Making it worth made it worth your time.
Yeah.
I just hope the next shipment I get from my parents is like, well, I thought you'd want these Disney VHSs.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
No,
that would be great.
Those can go down when we burn down your house for the insurance money down the road or whatever. I do not want those right now.
I just want them to give me something of value. Like, did I have anything that was valuable when I was a kid? That's the stuff I want.
You know what Katie got 2 weeks ago? Turns out her grandfather, for when she was a kid and up until her teenage years, for birthday and Christmas, got him savings bonds.
Really?
Tons of money.
Nice.
Tons of money.
Have they all matured?
A couple of them. They started like when she was born, so like 88, 89. And so I think most of them are 30 years. So like they're starting to mature now, like starting next year and then for the next 15 years. Man, I'm getting empty picture frames.
And koosh balls.
That I don't even know why I had in the first place.
You have any trolls in there, too?
I didn't see any. I know I used to have trolls. You know what the problem is? Like, the things that I might want down the road, like vintage or whatever, that I could maybe even sell down the road, like my Game Boy.
Right.
Turns out they're like, oh, yeah, we gave those to your nephews. Wait a minute. No. I've got the original Game Boy that had the world's largest contraption that would go around the top of it for a light.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, like, if you want like a book reading lighter for a Kindle, like, it just pops out and it lights it up.
So was the screen on that not backlit?
No, God knows. Black and white, man. This is original Game Boy.
Why was I thinking it was green? Like that greenish color?
It might fire up as like a green background, but there's no light on it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's whatever, how many pixels. It's all like line or whatever.
I'm sure that light was really good for your eyes when you were a kid.
But so the way they built it was this thing would go over the top of your Game Boy and it would open like a storm door and it would be two lights there that would like shine onto the screen. It was just a massive, hideous thing. And so the nephews inherited that. So the things of value. Elsewhere, like
couldn't have given them the koosh ball.
A functioning Nintendo system.
They're not going to eat. They will have zero desire to use that thing.
No, they've got Kindle Fires now or whatever.
Yeah, after taking one look at like an iPhone.
Yeah,
they're gonna be, what the hell do I want this piece of garbage
They've
for?
got tablets and things. They don't care about nostalgia.
No,
they're not going to sit down and play Pokemon Red for 6 hours and try to get past Emerald City or whatever it was called.
That's the only thing that's useful for is to make those charming videos of like watch a 5-year-old play with or listen to Led Zeppelin for the first time. And you watch the first minute of it, and you're like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's neat.
And my brother took the functioning Nintendo system, which at this point is worth probably a couple $100.
Are they really?
It still works. Like, obviously, you still have the same thing that you had when day one Nintendo came out. I think you had to blow in the cartridges. Well, day 3 million here is where
still got to do it.
Still got to blow in some of those cartridges.
I remember ours. You had to You had to push the game in because normally you pushed it all the way back and then down.
Yeah.
Well, for whatever reason, ours, I think it was because my brother was the same as you guys. He was a controller thrower.
Yeah.
So if he, grounded out in baseball stars, whoosh, that controller was being thrown at the Nintendo as hard as possible, which surprisingly made it not work right.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
But ours you'd have to push the game in, but not all the way. Mm-hmm. So when you pushed it down, it would kind of scrape against the front. And that was usually a good way to get it to work for a couple of hours.
Oh, that's the anecdotes of video game systems past, man. That's crazy that those things thrived.
Now you can get those the NES Classic or the SNES Classic for what, $80 or something.
$80, and they have like a million games preloaded.
It's just not the same.
But the thing is,
HDMI cables.
Yeah,
Try an RF converter.
You're darn right. Try having to turn it to channel 3 or 4 or 91 to find the right port that your TV had to
That's
turn
right.
to.
The cable coming from the street had to bypass through this little box.
Yep, exactly.
Which had these weird prong adapters on the end of it.
Yeah. Man, that's between having to figure out how to get the Nintendo on and me, like, Sunday nights watching Static, listening to wrestling pay-per-views, because obviously my parents aren't going to pay for those.
Right.
So I turn on the Static channel. You could hear it fine. Me listening to wrestling. How did we survive, Steve?
Oh, man.
Well, you mentioned your brother.
Yeah.
Your lovely brother, Mike. Your de facto non-named best man, right?
Sure.
We obviously, the big nuptials at this point, though, were a week ago yesterday, 8 days ago.
Yes, a week ago yesterday we were waking up. A week ago right now we were waking up. One of us more hungover than the other.
Oh.
We took full advantage of that open bar.
Right.
We took a lot of great advice from people, such as get drunk at your own wedding.
Sure.
Check. Eat your dinner at your own wedding.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
Eat the appetizers. When we first got to the reception, it was kind of rainy when we got there. So we were in a party bus, and so we pulled up expecting to just hop out and walk in the main door. But as we pulled in, they opened up a big garage door, so we were able to pull into this garage area, get out so we weren't soaking wet, walk through the back of the place, come in a back entrance, and ended up in they had like a little bridal suite set up. So we could kind of go in there, set all of our stuff down, kind of take a breather before actually walking out to greet everybody, because we had just been running around for the last hour getting pictures taken. And so we sit down, and Annette's like, man, I really want some appetizers, because it's only another half hour of the cocktail hour, and she wasn't like
5:30, 5:40-ish.
So we weren't ready to walk out yet. We were going to be introduced in like 20 minutes. So she said, do you think you can wrangle one of the waiters to bring some stuff back?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. So I walked out. The first person I see is my buddy Charlie, and I'm like, Charlie, wrangle up some waiters. Get them to combine everything into one
food. Yeah.
So they brought back like 2 trays of appetizers.
Nice.
Well, I just sat there. It was like,
just kept eating.
I'm inhaling these appetizers just because I wanted to eat.
Yeah,
I wanted to eat what we paid for.
Yep.
Ate a bunch of them, and but yeah. So we drank a lot. We ate a lot. We talked to as many people as humanly possible.
Right.
And had an awesome time.
Good.
I was I'm the only let's see, I think we had a couple screw ups, but nothing major.
Right.
We had
you had, and I talked about this too, you had a very similar screw up to my wedding.
Was it the boutonnieres?
No, it was the introductions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, obviously it seems minor, but boy, I'm still embarrassed. I still feel bad about it. I think I talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, your brother was referred to as
was
Chris,
referred to as Chris, and then
who is a person that doesn't exist.
No, he existed. He was
okay.
my brother, but she's the DJ switched first names but kept last names.
Okay.
So it's Robert, and then said they went Chris, same last name. Like, wait a minute. And I heard that, obviously we were the last introduced, so I heard that outside waiting to come in. I was like, oh my God.
Well, what happened with ours is we got to the reception, and the first thing I did was I walked over and talked to the DJ, because there were a couple things.
Oh, I know it.
So there were a couple of things that I needed to go over with him real quick.
Yep.
So I talked to him, and he had and it's a good thing I did, because there were a bunch of forms that we had to sign, or we had to fill out and send back to him. Like, what songs do you want played?
You said you were late.
What songs do you not want played? Well, somehow when we sent them back, I scanned them and sent them back. Like half of a page got cut off for some reason. So it was good that I went and talked to him, because I needed to. He only had like 2 people in the bridal party listed for some reason, because that was the sheet it had cut off. So I gave him one of the sheets that came through had all the people in the bridal party, but they were paired up incorrectly.
Oh, okay.
So 5 minutes before he's going to introduce us, he comes back and he's like, all right, I just want to make sure that Doug is with Lisa and Bob is with Rachel. And we're like, oh, no, sorry, those are backwards. So he already had it written down. He had Doug, Lisa, Bob, Rachel, like columns, like men's names on the left, women's names
and
on
it
the
should
right.
have been Doug, Rachel, Bob,
Yes.
Lisa.
Yeah, so no big deal. I said, oh, man, sorry, we are so sorry. We got them, because this was a couple weeks ago when we sent him that form, so I don't know if we just didn't know how it was going to be paired, or if we just wrote them down wrong. Whatever. So I said, oh, man, so sorry. He's like, oh, no big deal. So he just kind of circled them, but on a diagonal instead
Mistake
of like
number 1.
Instead of scratching out and rewriting.
Yep. Just rewrite it, man.
So he, as we're being introduced, he introduced. I think it was Doug first, but he called him Bob. And so, crazily enough, Doug is calling me as we speak.
Well, you can tell Doug doesn't listen to the podcast, because he would know better than to bother the Sunday morning record.
Now, by the way, I can now answer that on my iPad, my iPhone, my Mac, or on my watch.
Oh, so if that was on, would we get that elusive foursome where they all ring?
They all ring at the
They all
same
ring,
time.
but it's all like a half-second delay.
Yeah.
So instead of just in sync ringing, it's
Yeah.
So it's just a madhouse of noise. Okay.
Basically. So yeah, he introduced, I think, Doug first, but he called him Bob, and then went to introduce Bob, but realized he had already introduced him. So he says like, and Lisa and Bob.
Oh.
So there was a long pause, but honestly, and Annette and I are standing back
so
there,
minuscule,
and we're just
right?
like, whatever. So no big deal. And he never references. He knew. He definitely noticed that he had made the mistake.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming what he did was he just read straight across the page
instead of the.
and then after that realized, oh crap! Like halfway through announcing the second group, he announced, okay, well, what do I do? Do I say that name again? Or do I just say the name I haven't said yet? Whatever.
Yep.
So that was, we were walking out and we were like, whatever, no big deal. Because at that point we had a drink in us, we had some food, and at that point, like if anything's gonna go wrong, it's just gonna go wrong, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. The other, there was one minor issue. I don't know if you saw. Were you up there when we cut the cake?
You guys cut a cake.
We did. Yeah, we cut the cake. Guess you weren't there. DJ
Steve, I was there.
Oh, I know you were there, and there's some things we have to talk about as to how there you were. So the DJ came over to us at one point, and he said, "Okay, after you guys ready to cut the cake after like in 2 songs?" We said, "Yep." I said to him, "Just give me a thumbs up, and we'll walk over there." He said, "Okay, great." And in that time, Annette and I both realized at the same time we had gotten this really nice like cake pedestal, and the knife and the little spatula.
Yep.
My sister-in-law Carla and my brother had gotten them for us, and they're beautiful. Both of us realized right in that instant, crap, we left them at home. Know exactly they're sitting up on top of the one cabinet, and but we didn't really worry about it, and we thought, oh well, they'll have a knife for us, no big deal. So we walk over there, everybody's gathering around, flash bulbs are going off, like because everyone had old timey cameras with flash bulbs.
Obviously, yep. There's. Can you stand still for 8 seconds while this process?
Hold on, I have to put my head under this cloak while I take a picture and burn the ceiling.
Again, we've got Johnny sketching you. Slow down.
So, the song is playing. The cake cutting song is playing, and everybody's looking at us. and there's no knife. So Annette and I are just like, I look at her, I'm like, do we just like cut it with our fingers or something? I mean, and then I'm like, well, dinner was just served.
Yeah,
There's got to be
knives
gotta
everywhere.
I walked around to like the 2 or 3 tables in close proximity. Yeah. No knives anywhere. They had already cleared it. Then our good buddy Combs, who is a military man, he is always prepared. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a butterfly knife and he jokingly says like, huh? And I was like, yep.
That's the one.
Grab the knife from him, flip it open, and Annette and I cut our wedding cake.
Oh, nice.
With a military man's butterfly knife.
You were one step above having, camouflage headgear walking in,
But we figured like as soon as the cake or as soon as the knife enters the cake, you can't see it anyway.
Right.
So
it doesn't matter.
Everything's perfect.
Yeah. Did you go out and field dress a deer afterwards or you ready to go?
Yeah. I doused myself in some buck jam, clanked some antlers together.
Hey, can we get this cake cut? I gotta go remove the intestines from this 8-point I shot out back.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta climb up in my blind and murder Bambi.
Again, Stephen Kyle Podcast says that in jest. While we are not deer hunters, deer hunting does not bother us.
Oh yeah, I am not nearly man enough to deer hunt.
But it still makes us laugh, the idea of rubbing yourself in deer urine, clanging together 2 horns or whatever, and trying to like, here, Bambi, to get close enough to shoot it. So please don't be angry. It's for a joke.
No. So that was, let's see, at the actual wedding, I think that
we had the same thing.
Those were the only issues, and even those weren't issues at all. It's not like the DJ didn't show up or.
I legitimately can't believe that because while I didn't realize that at the time, we had the same. We walked over there and we didn't have a knife. Thank goodness the kitchen still had obviously all of the whatever. It wasn't like some used knife from a table. Mm-hmm. But we had, we didn't have anything ceremonial or whatever. Yeah. So, but they still brought us one. But it's that weird. Oh yeah, we're here. Yeah. Now
everyone's looking at us.
Yeah. Now there's nothing. Yeah. But we had that mixed with a bad DJ. So nobody knew it was cake cutting. So like I'm trying to wait because my mother's not even over there yet. Yeah. I had so many problems with my DJ though. But that was
and. Honestly, we look back at that, and that'll be one of the funny stories to tell years from now. And then we got home, jumping ahead, we got home the next day, and before we had left the night before, Annette's parents had loaded up a ton of the stuff from the reception, some gifts.
Yep.
Put them all in their car. And so they said, okay, well, we'll drop everything off at some point the next day. And so we got home from the hotel. Her parents had just gotten there a few minutes earlier. And they were unloading all these boxes. So we walk in, there's just boxes everywhere. Kind of overwhelmed. So later in the day, we started looking through some of the boxes, and I see this box sitting over on the kitchen table. I'm like, oh, what's in that box? Went over and opened it up. All the boutonnieres for all of the guys, still packaged up and looking beautiful.
Didn't even think about it day of.
Did not think about it.
Nobody noticed it was missing. Like, hey, do you have any?
Wendy did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I had posted a picture of it the next day, and I said, the moment when you find the unopened boutonnieres the day after your wedding. And Wendy, because I said to Annette, I said, did you realize we didn't have these on? She's like, no.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, nobody day
neither
of,
did
like,
I.
Hey, where are those?
And then she said, oh, yeah, Kelly, who was our photographer, Kelly set the box in the back of the church. So right when you walk in the door, they would have been sitting right on a countertop.
Yeah.
And I said, man, I know for a fact I saw that box and didn't think anything of it.
Wow.
At no point. Because as soon as we got to the church, people were starting to arrive. Mm-hmm. And I just got caught up talking to a lot of people.
That's funny. Maybe like a lot of times, like that's part of the pictures. Like I had my mother put mine on me, and there's pictures of that and everything.
Yeah,
but I didn't notice it either. But
didn't notice it, and
money well spent.
Yeah, well, luckily they weren't. They were total. I think they were for like 6 of them or so. I think it was like $30. They
were really?
Yeah, they were really cheap.
They were that cheap.
Well, we didn't have any. Ours didn't have like any of the flowers in them. They were just like I don't know. I forget what it's called, like baby's breath or something.
Sure.
And so I posted that picture, and Wendy said, "Yeah, I realized that you didn't have them on, but just figured you guys decided not to. And then
Yeah.
our photographer comments, she's like, oh yeah, I took some great pictures of them before you guys got there. I was like, why didn't you remind me?
Yeah.
At least remind, but whatever. We didn't have them on. We didn't even notice that we didn't have them on. And other than that, and a weird
smooth.
interaction with our limo driver.
Yeah, you told me about that, and I get where the driver's coming from.
Sure.
But I don't like the way that whole thing's handled where so I mean, anybody who's taking a limo or a party bus or whatever, it's like for me, I've done it a handful of times. You call around, you get quotes, you figure out, hey, how much is this for a few hours or whatever, and then they oh, hey, it's this much. All right. So you had that situation, and you hired the company. You took your limo for.
Well, when I called to get the quote, they said it is this much plus gratuity.
Yep.
I said, of course, yeah, always plus gratuity. It's
Sure.
like going to a restaurant. Yeah, the chicken is $14 plus gratuity.
Yeah.
So we did all the pictures, and they were dropping us off. They dropped us off at the venue. I had already paid the balance.
Mm-hmm.
I actually paid the balance when they first picked us up. So at that point,
You're done.
We
You want
were
to be
good.
square so you don't have to worry about it.
I didn't want it to be one of those things I thought about. I had this small bag with me that had a bunch of random crap in it. I had some cash in there so I could tip a few people. We had a couple of little thank you cards so we could fill them out real quick and give them to various people. And so I tipped the driver when we got off the bus. Everyone else got off the bus first. I waited. I got off the bus last. I tipped her. Get off the bus, and I'm walking inside, and then I just hear, sir, excuse me. I was like, well, this is maybe I forgot something. Maybe she realized.
Gotta be it.
Somebody
You
forgot
left something on a
someone left
seat.
their phone on the bus. I go back, yeah. They didn't tell you that it was mandatory whatever percentage gratuity? And I said to her, I was like, mandatory gratuity? That sounds weird. It's mandatory for me to tip you.
Yeah.
Then why isn't that just part of the price?
Exactly, because they tell you that, like, so if you go to a restaurant with parties of 8 or
Yeah.
more, mandatory 18%, but they don't say mandatory. It says 18% will be added automatically to your bill. And if you want to go above and beyond, that's your own prerogative. But instead, they said it's mandatory gratuity, so it's coming out of your pocket, supposedly, in a specified amount.
Yeah.
But they don't. Oh, boy.
So I said to her,
weird business practice.
I know. I said to her, I was like, mandatory gratuity. And she said, well, we don't get paid, or we only get paid off of the gratuity.
Which is a lie. Legally, they have to provide them an hourly wage.
So I was like, okay, how much more do I owe you? So I had to give her like another $70 or
That's
something.
Absurd.
And so that was the only weird part. And I was kind of.
Did you write a note? Did you write a follow up to him?
No, I didn't. I was kind of pissed about it, and I was like, whatever. Why? I'm not going to let this ruin my day.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if an email would hurt at this point, even because I had an issue with our limo too. Like, it was just dirty and like the music, like some of the speakers didn't even work, and so I was like, what the?
Yeah.
What
With ours, it was kind of
this?
weird. It was like we got on there, and it was fine. I mean, it wasn't the nicest. It wasn't not the nicest, but we also did poor planning. That was one of the things where, as we're going from the ceremony to the reception, or from the ceremony out to get pictures, we thought that we should have had a cooler on here that was stocked, because there was nothing. I mean, there was like bins of ice, but there was not. We should have thought better about that.
Sure.
We just didn't even think about it.
But usually they provide those.
Yeah, there was nothing.
Oh,
they provided the ice.
Oh boy.
So that was.
I don't know if an email would be that bad for you at this point. Even, I mean, because again, it's been 8 days. You're past the glow of the ceremony and everything, and at this point, I mean, you can reflect with a discerning eye and say, hey, that kind of sucked. Like, that, it didn't ruin anything, obviously, but it was kind of like you're paying. I know how much those things cost. You're paying a good amount for that, and for it to be a letdown, it shouldn't be a letdown for the price they charge for those things.
No, not at all. And for the very simple task of just getting it, and most of the time, I would say of the 4.5 hours that we had that limo, 2.5 of those hours, they were just sitting there.
Spent idle
sitting
while you
there
weren't
in a
even
parking
there.
lot.
Yeah, exactly. It's a weird game because we were talking.
I know.
When did we get together?
I feel like I need to buy a limo or a party bus
and just rent it out
because I could make bank off of that thing.
When were we talking about that? Was it the four of us were out or something before your wedding, and we had mentioned like tipping and like what do you tip?
Yeah.
And like Annette, I think, had like a moment of panic because within a minute there was a website pulled up of like who do you tip, what do you tip, and everything.
She had the knot pulled up because that website, man,
it's a lifesaver.
It's freaking awesome because it gives you all the scenarios. It tells you how much you're supposed to tip this person if this is the kind of service they provide, or this is so. It was that thing. I can't give enough praise to that website.
Yeah, because we had the where nobody really told us, hey, you're supposed to tip the photographer, or you should, I guess. Well, our photographer stayed for I don't know the whole day. Was there with the women were getting ready and was there middle of the reception until finally, why are you still here?
Yeah.
And so he started getting his stuff. He's like, are you sure? Yeah, man, go.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, we have to tip these people. Like they've been, so you're running around trying to like get cash somehow. And we think we had cash, so we were able to do it. But yeah, it's
and
that weird. You don't think about it.
Even with that, it's okay if you follow up, like send them a.
We could have easily done that, but I would have felt really bad with these two younger people who had been there for literally 11 hours.
Yeah.
And no tip. Like, yeah, thanks. Hit the bricks.
Yeah, get out of here. Stop drinking our booze.
Yeah, and I would have felt miserable. So I'm glad we did. But yeah, it's that you don't realize there's so much of that little stuff and extra, of course, extra money that's coming out of your pocket to get this thing done.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you say to yourself, like, you start saying to yourself, "Oh, for next time." Oh no.
Yeah.
Ideally,
exactly.
There won't be a next time.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least I can think about it for 25 years down the road when my kids are getting married or something.
Well,
but yeah, everything was great. We had a blast.
Yeah.
We went from the reception to we were planning on going to another place downtown for some drinks, and so Annette and I got in an Uber with my brother. I feel like there was somebody else in there. I think it might have just been my brother. So we hop in an Uber just as you and Katie are walking out the door of the venue.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, we're going to so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew exactly what you did. You were like, uh-huh. I was like, Katie, make sure he gets there. And we got there.
Could have gone home.
We got there, and as soon as we got in the Uber, my brother said, Kyle's not coming out, is he? I said, oh, no, not a chance. 0 chance. And I said, the only way he'll be there is if Katie literally drags him there.
Yep.
So we got there. You were there. And I said to Katie, you made him come out, didn't you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he wanted to go home.
You're darn right.
He wanted to go home badly. I was like, well, I appreciate that. So we get to the place that we were all planning on meeting.
Exactly.
And this is 11. Let's see, the reception ended at 11. This is probably 11:15, 11:20 or so.
Okay.
We pull up to this place. It's a hotel, but there's a decent restaurant and bar on the first floor, which I've been to a bunch of times, and I really enjoy when I go there. And so that was our plan. Plus, a lot of people from the wedding that were in town for the wedding were staying in that hotel. So I thought, what better way? This is perfect. We walk in there, and the place is closed at 11:15 on a Saturday night.
On a Saturday.
That's what.
Yeah, that was amazing to me. So you guys were obviously, you were the first ones there.
We were there pretty early. We weren't the first ones, I don't think, but we were pretty early there.
And so you had left. Who was it that you left in essentially
Charlie.
the lobby? Charlie. You'd left Charlie in the lobby to say, "Hey, people are going to be showing up,"
because we had spread the word to a bunch of people saying, "Hey, this is where we're going to be."
Yeah.
So get there. So we didn't want people showing up and us be gone. So Charlie said, I'll hang out. I'll wait here for like 20 minutes. Because at that point, if everybody's coming, the reception's only a mile away.
Yeah.
If everyone's coming, they're going to be here by that point. So he hung out. And the way that it works is downtown, a bunch of the buildings are connected by a skywalk, which is just an enclosed walkway. So if it's raining out, you can basically go from one end of downtown to the other without having to go outside. It's really convenient. So we said, okay, well, let's go to the bar at the JW Marriott. It's a block away. walked through the skywalk, and we got to a point where we went around a bend, and there's some elevators there for the one hotel. So my mother-in-law and father-in-law, they were getting ready to call it a night. They hit the button for the elevator, and I said, "Oh no, you're coming out for one more drink." So my mother-in-law was like, "Oh great," and I could tell that father-in-law was like,
"Oh man,
just want to." So, but we convinced him, and he went out and he had another drink, and he was toasted by the end of the night, slurring his speech. I was like, "Yes!" But yeah, we got to that next bar, and you guys showed up.
Yeah,
miraculously.
I don't know how I made it because that felt like an 8-mile walk. Like we're halfway through. The hell are we? Like that skywalk I've taken so minimally, distance wise, so I don't even know. Like in my mind, I thought initially we were going to someplace different, or the second place I thought was someplace different. So when I found out where the second place was, it's like, oh, 2 miles away or some nonsense. So we complete this 5K to get to the second bar, and I see, man, it's loaded with, well, there's probably 10, 15 people.
That bar is poorly designed.
Terrible.
It's basically the width of one bowling lane.
Oh, it was awful. The space wise was awful in terms of getting around, especially when you have people crammed into those side tables against a wall but then everybody's moving and talking. It makes it more difficult, I think.
Yeah. So got there, had a couple more drinks, Annette ran into some people that she knew years ago.
Oh, okay.
So we kept ordering drinks. My brother was ordering drinks and drink. At one point, there was a mystery drink that was being passed around.
There's a mystery.
I think you ended up with it, and then Bob ended up with it.
Yeah, I hadn't even had anything, and I was like, "What is this?" And somebody had said what they thought it was. I don't even remember what that was. Take a drink and go, "Oh no, whatever you think that is, it's much worse." It was the worst thing I'd ever tasted in my life.
Bob, who's like the human garbage disposal when it comes to drinking, he'll drink anything. He grabbed it and he was like, free drink, whatever, and downed it.
It was so bad. It tasted like 3 people had drank 80% of their drink and left 3 glasses, and somebody combined those 3 glasses
like the bar,
into one.
a busboy came by to clear the table, dumped it all into one,
and forgot to take the glass because it was the most atrocious thing I'd ever tasted. And I think your brother said the exact same thing.
Yeah,
because like, Mike, what the hell is this your? And it was the same face and everything. It was very bad. So I just ended up getting a beer, and by that point, I jogged a 5K. I was
you were dead.
I was as sober as could possibly be,
but not tired enough to do to skip out on doing a live video, a live Twitter video.
Yep.
Where we were singing something.
Was that during the video?
Yeah.
I didn't rewind. It's still posted. I never pulled it.
No. Keep that up there.
And I don't know. You have to find. I think it's on our Twitter at Steve and Kyle. It's the Steve's post-wedding bash celebration, and because in my mind we sang not on the Twitter video.
What were we singing?
It was Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh no, that's definitely on there
by Bruce Springsteen.
Definitely,
is
on
it really?
That video, yeah.
Because I remember singing it. Because in my mind,
you've been practicing real hard, Clarence.
Because in my mind,
saxophone.
About 8 people from the bar also joined in, but in actuality, I have a bad feeling it was me, you, and Mike.
I think was my sister there? Man, I don't remember.
So in my mind, this is kind of like the Mighty Ducks story where we got booted from a bar for chanting the Mighty Ducks, and in my mind, half the bar started going ducks, or quack, 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 and in actuality, it was probably me and you and one other person at our table, but I think the sound kind of echoes. Yeah. So in my mind, it's an audience full of people joining in.
Okay, let's see. Right here. Oh, look at that. After just over a week, 364 views.
Now, what does it say? There might be language. I have no idea.
Said something. Oh, there it is. You got it. Oh my goodness!
Oh, look at that.
There we are. Get in here, Mike. Are you kidding me with this?
Yep, told you. Might be language. And if you think there's probably much more.
Hang on, I said something.
Oh, it's so long. Oh my goodness! How long did we go?
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
Let's jump ahead.
Expected a live version. The boss.
Oh.
Hold on. I think we can remedy that.
Oh, it's.
You're gonna bust it out? Oh, hey Clarence. You've been practicing real hard. Santa Claus bring you a new saxophone. You all been good? What? Not many. That's not many of you out there. You're in trouble. Well, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town.
That's beautiful.
Just screaming that full video. How long is that? I don't remember it going that long.
No, we were live for like 6 or 8 minutes.
Oh,
or
my
so.
dad is probably dying. But yeah, that is twitter.com or at Steve and Kyle on Twitter. Please check that out.
I'm sorry, 9 minutes and 42 seconds.
9:40. Don't look. There's not that much there. I can get most of it's probably the phone moving around. But yeah, at Steve and Kyle on Twitter to check that out.
Yeah. So that was my wedding. That was my wedding night, and man, I feel like we did it right. We both woke up the next morning, and it was in terrible pain.
Was she?
I surprisingly felt pretty good for the amount that I know I drank, and including
like
some shots at the bar.
Oof. Bad news.
But yeah, I woke up and I was like, man, I feel good.
Yeah.
And it was one of those where, like, every time I moved on the bed, she's like, do not move.
Oh, I felt like a champ, Steve. And speaking of extra money, I need to extend a personal thank you to you.
What do you got?
You decided, I don't know where the decision came from, to upgrade from your typical Call or Well vodka, which would be, your $6 or $8 bottle. You upgraded to an upper. Did we talk about it? Upper mid level, probably, or upper level? Lower upper level or upper mid level?
Yeah, one of them.
Vodka. Tito's.
Ah, yes.
Now, normally I go with your spiced rum, and I'll go with your Captain Morgan or whatever. Well, cocktail hour opens at 5 p.m., so I'm standing there at 4:59 waiting for them to start pouring drinks.
You were in line.
Now, I think we got there a few minutes after 5, but nobody was up there. I was like, are they open? So I see that they are.
Yeah, because I think there was just enough time, because we were getting photos done in between the ceremony and the reception. So there was probably, by the time you left the church, probably an hour to kill.
Yeah.
So a lot of people went
to bars.
Went to another bar, had a drink.
Went home.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, we let the dogs out, fed them and everything.
Okay,
it worked perfect. Yeah. We needed to do it, so it worked perfect. So we get back to cocktail hour. It opens at 5, and I didn't even look at the menu. I look, and I see Captain. I go, oh, yeah, we'll go with Captain. And I see, Tito's. Well,
ooh la la.
All right. So I asked, can I get a Tito's and Diet? And she pours it. Now, I don't know if the bartenders were mixed up, or if one was doing one thing, one was doing another thing. But they poured me, like if I went and ordered a Diet Coke at a restaurant, a full 16-ounce glass of Tito's and Diet.
Yes.
Because later that night, I see people walking around with mixed drinks in mixed drink glasses, like I'm sure was supposed to be the plan of attack. I don't know if they just didn't have glass. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate.
Yeah.
I don't care. It worked out in my favor.
Yeah.
And sat at a table where I knew everybody there. Well, I ended up sitting next to works at this radio station with you guys, Tom Cook.
Yes.
And
love Tom.
Tom recognized, I dealt with Tom over the years when I worked at the station.
100% knows who
So
you
we
are.
start chatting with Tom and his girlfriend who were there, and I think it goes hand in hand with the more you're talking. Like, you just, like, I'm inherently, like, I pick my drink up, have a drink.
Yep.
And, Dave Kim's there, was at the bachelor party. Wendy and Chris, who I've known forever. Dixie, who I haven't seen in years. So it's a table. I'm just talking all the time. Man, I keep going back. Before you guys entered the reception, I was 5 or 6 Tito's and Diets in.
All tall ones?
I didn't give my glass back. I made it very clear, because at one point,
fill this one up.
At one point, Chris or Kate, somebody was going up and go, "You want?" And I go, "Yeah." And I said, but keep this glass.
Yeah.
Don't let them take this.
It's your lucky glass.
And I didn't want a small one. Like it makes it a lot easier. You have to go up a lot less. And so you guys enter, and I realized like speeches are about to start. I wonder if they left the bar open during dinner. So I went around the corner. Not a soul in sight.
Yeah.
And to the point where I actually asked, I go, "Are you guys open? Yeah, come on down."
That was one of the questions was, do you want the bar to close during dinner?
Yeah.
Bar to close during dinner? What are you, out of your mind?
Yeah. Well, a lot of times people do that, one, to help people not like get super drunk. And,
no, that was our goal.
And two, I think a lot of places, like, they charge like 6 hours of bar open is this much, 5 hours of bar open is this much. So there's a difference in cost.
because we paid for 6 hours of open bar.
So 5 to 11.
5 to 11,
That would make sense.
Yeah, 5 o'clock was the beginning of cocktail hour, and 11 o'clock was the end of it.
Yep. So I went around the corner, and again, there's nobody there. So I ended up talking with the entire bar staff for about 5 minutes because we're all trying to figure out what the level between, your Heaven Hill vodka and your Tito's would be. Like, what's the standard vodka there?
Yeah.
Nobody knew, so I ended up making friends with the whole bar staff. To me,
I heard that Star was
my girl Star and
the
I
hit of the night.
My girl Star knew the drink order by about 6:15, so I had rounded the corner and she'd be pouring it when I put my glass. Like there was one point where I was talking to Chris, I think, and I'd put my glass on the table just talking, and next thing I know, psh, psh, soda gun vodka going in at once. Like, oh, okay, thanks.
All right.
And so I kept drinking and kept drinking and never got to the point where I was like gone, which for me is perfect.
Yeah.
Because
paced
that's
it well
my
enough.
goal is to I hate being like, I don't remember anything type of thing. I like being the way I was, where the only thing I woke up with Sunday morning was knee pain because apparently, Steve, I am too old to dance as long and as hard as I danced Saturday night.
There were probably 3 or 4 points during the reception where there was a dedicated group of people that were on the dance floor nearly the entire night. I would put you in that group.
I love dancing.
You were out there.
I love it
for at least 3 hours straight, just tearing it up. And Jackie, who we used to work with at the radio station, Jackie Green, she was at the wedding with her husband Jimmy, and I hadn't seen Jackie and Jimmy in probably, I don't know, maybe I might have seen them once over the summer or so, but I hadn't seen them in a long time. So I'm talking to Jackie. We're kind of standing right next to the dance floor, just catching up a little bit, talking for a minute or so. And then, like, you just go dancing by, like, doing some move. And Jackie looks at me and she goes, "Who knew? Who knew that Kyle would be on the dance floor the entire night?"
I love it. I absolutely love dancing.
You surprised me. I didn't think that you'd be dancing nearly that much.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd know the words to every pop song that he played.
Call me Kyle Top 40.
Kyle Top 40 was at the wedding.
Yeah, I love it.
He was in rare form that night. And then at one point, I think it might have been when Annette and I were doing our first dance, we had a photo booth set up.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a traditional, like, go behind the curtain.
It was a backdrop.
It was
with an iPad or something set up in front.
Yeah, you see them the last couple weddings I've been to. You see them, and there's all the little props and everything, so you can put on big glasses and funny mustaches and everything. So that seemed to be we are so happy we did that just for the kids.
Yeah,
the kids were going nuts because we had a bunch of nieces, nephews, young cousins.
Yeah, the kids.
And so at one point I look over, Annette and I it's our first dance as a married couple, and I look over, who do I see in the photo booth? My nephew Joey and his new Uncle Kyle. Because apparently you guys became best friends. Now, Joey is my brother and Carla's youngest. He's 4 years old.
Yeah.
The squeakiest high-pitched voice and the most adorable, tight, curly blonde hair. And him and you and him were like peas and carrots. By
I wonder
the end
who
of the
got
night.
those pictures, because at that point that was
I
think
have
the
them.
first.
Don't
Okay,
worry.
because that was the first time I think that I had been in that photo booth, so I didn't realize that it spit out the strips of photos right
yeah,
away.
And what it did was it gave the people who were in the picture, it printed out 2 copies, and the guy from the photo booth kept one of them. And we got copies of every picture from that night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it would spit them out right there for you, like you said. Well, I didn't know that. So took the pictures, walked away like, oh, it was fun, assuming I'd never see them again. So I didn't know they existed. But by the end of the night or middle of the night, I have a series of pictures with myself, your brother Mike, and Doug wearing Hulk hands. I've got the world's tightest Viking hat on. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what your brother was wearing, but yeah, and those I remembered to pick up. I was like, oh, they spit out right here, so I made sure to grab them. So those are on my fridge right now. Those are hanging on my fridge. I'll have to see those ones with me and my buddy on them before I go.
So
because he was obviously sitting at a different table.
Mm-hmm.
Well, during dinner, your brother, your sister-in-law, and both your nephews were walking around, and they came up to my table, and that was really the first time I had met Mike.
Yeah,
was what formally was right there. So we're chatting, and he goes, I want to say he asked, it might have been just Joey, like, what do you like better, Steve and Kyle podcast or the Free Beer and Hot Wings show? He goes, Steve and Kyle podcast. I go, my man, and we high five. So we sit there and we talk for a minute, and I forget what Joey even says. I was like, "You're going over there? You're going to go steal me a cupcake?" Man, he sprinted so fast, brought me back, a beautiful cupcake with pink frosting on it. Oh, it was so awesome. See him high five when he'd walk by. It was so cool.
He, my brother sent me a text. I think it was the next day. And he said, I asked Joey what his favorite part of the wedding was.
Mm-hmm.
What was his I said, Joey, what was your favorite part of Uncle Steve and Aunt Annette's wedding? And Joey responded, meeting Kyle.
Man, my man, good man.
So you got a default younger nephew now.
Yeah, that's great. That's funny. I have that effect on people. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, everybody that you encounter loves you.
Yeah, sure. No, I had a great time, man. It was fun catching up with the table we were at. I had a bit of nerves before going there because I never got final word where we were sitting. So I had said to Katie on the way there, I go, if I'm sitting at the Misfit table, we're
no. I knew that you weren't at the Misfit. I just couldn't remember. There were 2 tables that were kind of like work friend radio tables. So I knew that you were at one of those.
Okay.
We just couldn't remember the exact.
I had a momentary lapse. Like I'm telling you, if I'm sitting with second cousin Julie and her new boyfriend,
right,
and then
who has a peg leg,
and then Annette's great grandmother, like I promise you, I'm leaving that building. So, but no worries. It was I had a great night. I had a lot of fun. I appreciate. I said on Twitter, thank you for the booze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was that's kind of my goal now. Is every wedding I go to make sure I punish the bar.
I need to go to a wedding. I want to go to a wedding now. Someone get married and invite me.
Yeah, for crying out! Any listeners, go ahead, go get hitched.
I'll come.
We'll come.
I will definitely be there as long as it is feasible for me to get there. I will be there, and me and Kyle will show up.
Yep.
We'll drink your bar dry.
We'll be dressed up. We're not going to come in like slobs. We'll have shirt, tie, the whole nine.
I'm not giving you a gift because your gift is my presence there.
We'll live tweet and video from your wedding.
Yeah.
But again, you can't stick us at the Misfit table.
No,
even though we're literally the definition at that wedding of the Misfits, where these are 2 podcasters I listen to. I don't care. You're going to put me at the table with your family or your work friends.
Unless you invite the people that host the other podcasts you listen to, and then it's kind of a podcast table.
Make a podcast table.
No problem. We'll be there.
Yeah, but we will drink your booze.
I'll sit with like Corolla.
Yeah.
Maybe Mark Maron.
Yeah.
I'm fine with sitting with Mark.
Yeah. I mean,
listen to him.
I don't know about their significant others.
Yeah.
I don't need to
give
hear
me,
all
give
the
me a
whining.
Pardo. Give me a Jimmy Pardo. I can sit with Pardo.
Absolutely. Shoot the breeze for a while.
Yeah.
But there was
we're all colleagues.
Yep.
We're all in this together.
There's just a few things, Steve. I mentioned this to you on your wedding night.
Yeah, I noticed that we have something. Kyle's wedding criticism is listed on our.
Yeah, a bit of a running list. No. First things first. So you guys had picked this church with PK, affectionately known Pastor Kent, also known Passive Aggressive Kent.
Lovely man. Loved everything that he said from what I remember.
I remember one thing that actually made me laugh. And Katie said, "What?" And I said, "It's just funny." And it was because we had talked about it during the early counseling things.
Yeah, back in probably April or so.
Yeah, he and during the vows, he looked at you and said, "Steve, you're the man in the whatever. I'm relying on you." Yeah. And it made me laugh because it was identical to what had happened during one of the sessions. So that's the one thing that he said that made me laugh.
He put me in charge of this family's spiritual direction.
Ken's going to be real disappointed.
And I said to him, I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really, man? You're gonna put that on me?
Yeah.
Like, you know the only reason we're getting married in a church is because, no, not even her. It was
family, right?
Yeah, it was more. It was more of a mother's thing.
Yeah.
Like we would have been
picked
fine
elsewhere.
We would have been fine getting married at the Goey.
Yeah. But getting there was funny. So I knew I knew the area where the church was. And come down. It's kind of in like not a neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
like,
it is. It's in a weird spot where a bunch of roads converge, and it's
one of the roads goes like around it with a turnaround.
It's not just a standard grid.
Yeah,
and it's not in like if you're coming from the one direction, you're not coming through the best area.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to say that.
Very similar to the reception too. They're both beautiful buildings.
Yeah, in
an area that everyone always says like, oh, give it like 5 years.
Okay.
And it's going to be a beautiful area.
But for the people probably attending that church means hopefully in 5 years less ethnicity is in this neighborhood is what the implication there is.
Well, both of the places, but we liked them both. So
they're beautiful. It's like absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, so we didn't really care about that. We were whatever. If people were scared to go there,
right.
All right, whatever.
Which it's also 3 p.m.
Yeah,
there's not that much to be afraid of.
You'll probably be okay.
Yeah. So, but we're pulling up. And I see the church, and we're coming from one direction where we come from the back of the church first. So I was like, well, let's go. I'm assuming the parking's in the front. Well, we weren't late. We were there. It was like 2:50 before the wedding. But we pull around, the old turnaround. You go into and I pull into the main lot. Oh, boy. So the main lot was if you pull in straight, you face the front of the church, and then you either go left or you go right.
Yeah.
But the problem was that's it.
Yeah.
And so when we pull in,
so the entrance is also the exit.
All of the spots are taken. But like I said, it goes left, it goes right. That's it. So you then have to figure out how to wiggle.
Yeah, do the 25-point turn
out. So if we pull around all the way to the side where there's, the leftover, the handicap spot, if there's a wheelchair that needs to get out, and we do like you said, the 6-point turn. And as I'm pulling to leave again, I see 4 cars coming to turn in, and they're down the middle, so I can't even turn out. I need to get past you. You're coming this way. And what I want to tell them is, go back. There's no hope here. So swung around the back. It ended up being no big deal, even though it was raining. Could have had like a. I apologize. Could have had like a row of tents.
We thought about getting a new lot paved. Specifically for the day.
That was surprising.
It was a bit out of the budget, though.
A bit out of the budget. Yeah. Paving's pretty easy. But I think everybody's coming after me.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to have the same problem.
It's such a, why did they decide to make that one curved road?
Yeah.
At that one spot.
But that's the issue. To get back to the back of the parking lot, you then need to go out and go the other way so you can do a turnaround.
Yeah.
So then you can go past it the other way again and do another turnaround to get into the back of the parking lot.
It's a bit confusing.
I mean, I would have appreciated like a Bob or a Mike out there waving people away.
Maybe with some flags.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A yellow vest because it's safety first.
Parking attendants.
And then orange glow flags that they can wave people in and out.
All right. Next time. Next wedding.
Yep.
Next wedding.
So, obviously, like we talked about, the wedding goes off from where we sat without a hitch. Beautiful wedding.
30, hot, man.
30.
So
you were hot.
I was. I
was the lights because it felt very comfortable.
Well, plus I don't know, knowing that everyone's attention is on you.
It's weird. You're
different. Nervous, and I swear I don't remember 90% of what PK said.
Oh, really?
I just remember, don't pass out. Don't pass out.
Yeah.
Don't pass it. Because Annette and I are standing up there holding hands, and I mean, my hands are
sweating.
just like dripping with sweat.
Yeah.
And you have that permanent smile plastered on your face.
Because if you don't, it's going to look weird if there's a picture of
Yeah.
you going. So the wedding goes off without a hitch, and actually, I was very comfortable. Actually, I had said, and go to the reception, and by that point, it's we ate before, but still, you're getting kind of hungry. So I had a moment of panic when we get there, and it's the cocktail hour where appetizers are being served.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not like a picky eater, but I'm not fancy at all. So when they start coming around, and I see the first one was, here's some sun-dried tomato paste in a pastry shell. Thank you. I'll pass. I'm sure the barbecue meatballs will be next. Something like that.
Swedish
right?
meatballs.
Swedish meatballs will be on the way.
No, we had
and the next one that came by was I see bacon. I'm like,
oh, bacon wrapped water
yes!
chestnuts.
It's like bacon. Here's a water chestnut wrapped in bacon.
You never had a water chestnut before?
I've had a water chestnut, and if I want to go chew on a rock, I'll do that on my own time.
I thought they were fantastic.
I did have one. I'm sure it would have been fine. I've had water chestnuts like twice in my life. I was just like, I'm okay.
I just like the noise that they make when you bite through them.
Really?
Yeah, I love them.
So,
and then there was some kind of...
It was like a cheese, a tomato... Oh, I didn't see anything chicken.
Yeah, there was some kind of chicken something or other.
Oh, yeah, chicken with like a pina colada sauce or something underneath.
I don't know.
And I was like, all right. So then the fourth one comes by. I was like, maybe this is the one. And I see it's like, what do they call it? Like a mini caprese salad on a stick. So it was like a tomato and a piece of mozzarella.
Piece of, fresh mutts.
And something else on there. I was like, you know
Balsamic.
What? Dinner's coming. I'll wait it out, man. I'll just go and wait it out.
Oh, you missed out.
But I was terrified because in my mind, I'm like, man, I ordered chicken for dinner. What's it going to be? Like, just a honey bourbon glazed peanut oil with fresh turmeric and cinnamon, and then it's going to be like a ball of chicken and a plate of sauce or something. So when I saw a full piece of chicken,
yes,
crisis averted. Crisis averted.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, other than that, yeah, fantastic. I got to cut a rug.
You did, man.
Very infrequently I get to do that, but it's the same thing for karaoke for me. Like that's the night, or obviously we did with the Bruce Springsteen at the after party. That's what I would need level to do karaoke. Probably slightly less than that to do stand up, because we talked about how I'd love to do like an open mic for a few minutes and just try it out. But that's the level, like one notch below what I was at your wedding. That's where I need to be.
Well, it was, I've never seen a wedding DJ do an encore before.
Oh my God, I had forgotten about that.
But he did, because after he played his last song, the lights came on.
I don't even remember what the last song was.
And you walked over to him, and you were about 3 inches from his face, and you pointed at him, and you yelled, "Encore!" And it was a noticeable jump by him, and then he scurried back over to his setup, and another song came on.
In my mind, that is exactly like we talked about with the Mighty Ducks and with the Bruce Springsteen, where I started going, encore, encore.
Oh, no.
And about 20 people around me on the dance floor.
He was scared of you. He was really scared.
Well,
and thought, I better play another song by Rihanna or something.
Sure, I don't even know I don't know what the last song was. I don't know what the encore was.
This guy's going to murder me.
I had a very positive interaction. It needs to be on the record, Steve, that the interaction I had with DJ Darkness when you were talking to him, because we walked in to the back room right when you were talking to him, like you mentioned.
I had snuck out. The DJ couldn't. He was set up in the farthest possible location
You had to
from
walk,
where we were.
Yeah.
So I had to try and sneak through everybody, because everybody at your wedding, everyone is there because you invited them. They all want to talk to you. So I'm like, okay, I got to sneak past everybody, just walk fast, head down, turn to the side.
Yeah.
Because I needed to talk to him about just the order of a couple of things. And so I was standing up there, kind of hidden, trying to hide myself a bit behind his like little partition. And then you walked up right as he said something like, okay, so what's the order of the speeches going to be? And you, not a part of the conversation at all, shoehorned yourself in there by going, And he turns and looks at you and laughs. And I said, look, DJ Darkness, I don't want you to just hand the mic over to anybody.
Sure.
But this guy here,
you gave,
he gets a green light.
You gave a ringing endorsement,
Mm-hmm.
okay, to me to be able to talk. And I don't know if it was 100% lip service on DJ Darkness's part, but by the end of this 3 to 5 minute conversation that you were there for, and he had said he had given me the time to come up to him and get the microphone from him to talk. And it was after, the first dances and everything, and like a few first songs before he got into a rhythm, he said.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm going to try. He goes, I'll try to remember to come find you. If not, come up to me. I'll hand it over right away. And that was enough for me, Steve, because I knew if I wanted to, I could have, but that would have gone against the explicit wishes of your bride.
So you just wanted the offer to be there.
Yeah, I mean, if Annette was on board in advance, I absolutely would have prepared a few words.
Yeah.
100%. I think I'd have brought the roof down. But when there was some hesitation, I'm listening back to a lot of stuff from getting ready for the year in review show, and so I'm hearing a lot of this early wedding discussion from earlier this year, and about how one of the conversations was, yeah, my family's on board. Even my mom said she's on board, and I was like, oh, sounds like it's a 99-1 issue here. But no, in a million years I wouldn't have actually done it, obviously against the wishes of the bride. And but you know what? I felt pretty happy leaving there, knowing
that you could have.
I could have, when I felt comfortable, gone up there, said a few words, brought the roof down, busted into some boss, and everybody would have said, "Man, that really." It's like the rug in The Big Lebowski that really tied the wedding together.
It's the bow.
Yeah,
the bow on the top.
Yeah. Well, I had a great time, and I hope I wasn't a hindrance anywhere. I hope I wasn't noticeable. That's what I worry about in hindsight, right? Where it's like, yeah, I had about 8 people come up to me afterwards and say, "Who's that jackass?" Running around out there.
No, there wasn't any. Hey, what was up with that guy?
Okay, good. Good.
Surprisingly,
because I don't get when I drink, I don't get super aggressive or mean. I get essentially happy, louder, and
the one complaint that I do have, not about you, about DJ Darkness. My brother at one point went up to him and requested the greatest song of the season.
I heard this.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. And the DJ said, no. He said, it'll ruin the flow. The only way I'll do it is if the groom approves it. So my brother came over with a piece of paper where I basically had to initial, yes, you can play it. Took it back to DJ Darkness. He did not play it.
Okay. So I
think a 5-star review just became a 2? 1.5 maybe?
Similar thing with our DJ, and I've told you about the one thing I would change in a heartbeat was our DJ, was some random song choices I didn't really like, but then my dad came up to me, and I'd made this very clear in advance. My dad came up to me, I've asked for Zach Brown Band a few times, and they keep brushing me off. So I went up in the middle of my own wedding and was pissed. Mm-hmm. And I looked at the woman. I said, if anybody wearing this or a bridesmaid's dress or is wearing like a boutonniere of whatever the flower thing for the women are called, you play what they say.
Yeah.
Like, we've talked about it. They're not going to ask you to come up and play, whatever idiot kids song or something that I explicitly said no. If they want a song played,
they get carte blanche.
You play it. This isn't DJ's choice night.
Right.
I told you the music I like, and I was mean because I was mad as hell at that point. Yeah. But man, just don't get in the way of the wedding if you're the DJ. Really, that's your job. Mm-hmm. Play things people want to dance to.
Yeah, you're there to make
sure
people
are facilitating me. And that might sound needy, but it's not. You're facilitating me.
I'm paying you.
This isn't for your portfolio.
Yeah.
This is, where you say, look at the best iTunes I played last weekend. No.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's just super frustrating to me to have those interactions on the brain.
Yep.
That's a bummer.
By the way, Annette just sent me this picture. That is,
oh, that's my shoe.
That's Lola with your shoe.
Oh, that's very sweet of her.
She,
I appreciate her taking care of it. I will thank her with proper noggin pats and a hug on the way
we'll let
out.
you give her a cookie, too. She'll be,
Oh,
you
man,
guys will be
we're already best buds.
Best friends forever.
Well, we kind of need to do some on-the-fly rigging right now. How do we want to go? Do we want to make this phone call, or do we want to discuss our adventures this weekend?
I think the 2 minutes gets pushed.
Okay, I will let Greg know that we will not talk to him this week.
Yeah. Thank you, Greg, for standing by, though.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Well, he's not got nothing going. He's out of flight school. He's fine.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to you, Greg, next week. I'll let him know that. So, but we need to talk about, because you'd made it clear. I brought it up on the Fast Five. Even I started like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned Black Friday, Steve, and you had said, "Oh no, not for me. Never gone out type of thing, right?"
Never once gone out. I've done
because you could do it online now. If you see anything you want, it's going to be comparable online.
I think I've ordered some stuff on like Amazon, Black Friday before, because that requires the least effort possible.
Yeah.
I just sit on my couch and but yeah, I said no, I'm not doing it. But then the more that you talked about, you were in the market for a TV. Annette and I have talked about getting a new TV, and I was like, yeah, maybe. I mean, if there's a really good deal, like I'm not gonna search out all the deals. I'm not gonna look online for all of them. But if I come across one, I'd consider it. Well, I think it was on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving morning, you sent me a text and you said, I think this is the winner. And it was a picture of the Best Buy ad.
Yeah.
And it was a 55-inch Toshiba
4K
Chromecast smart TV,
built-in.
Chromecast built-in for $279.
Yeah.
And I showed that to Annette and she's like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I said, whoa, we're going to, I think I might. I would actually consider doing that, because normally that's a $500-600 TV
easy. And because when I'm in the market for a TV, but I was the same way. It's the most first world thing ever. I didn't need a TV. I have 3 very acceptable TVs. We had like a 48-inch smart TV right now where we're at, but in my constant desire to be unnecessary, 55 or 60 would be better, right?
Yeah.
So I was looking, but all the prices were whatever. So when I'm at my parents', we're getting dinner ready, and I'm flipping through the ads, and I see that. I'm like, oh man,
that's it.
That's like, if I'm getting one, that's the one, because that price point will not be touched.
No.
And
there wasn't anything even remotely close to that.
No, you're talking $500 for that same TV with a name brand. Now I mean, I'm not going to get into the minutia
Toshiba's
of
a name brand, though.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
It wasn't. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was a
LG.
What's the one like? But no, I mean like those, like the Westinghouse or something.
Yeah, Element, Westinghouse, whatever. Like for my money, there's you got your LG, your Samsung, whatever. Toshiba's there. They've been making TVs for decades, right? Yeah. So I had no qualms about that, and I've never had any issues with TVs anyway. So you say, well, what time are you going to get there? Now, in my mind, and I had incorrectly thought this, that Friday deals are now so second nature because Thursday night is the new Black Friday that I told you I'm just going to get there like 8. And if they
when
got
they
them,
open.
yeah,
They open at 8.
So I read through the ad. I read very clear. It says inventory or warehouse stock quantities, whatever. And that's very important for what we're about to discuss. So you say, oh, I'm going to get there a little bit early, but we had never set a time.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. And I went to bed on Thanksgiving, and I said to Annette, because she said, "Are you gonna meet Kyle?" And I said, "We never really determined it. But if I wake up early, I'm gonna go." Now Annette had to work. She worked on Friday.
Oh, okay.
So her alarm went off at 6 o'clock or so, a little before 6, and I woke up. I had been awake a few minutes before her alarm clock went off. So she was getting ready for work, and I was basically wide awake. I grabbed my phone. I'm flipping through it because I thought, okay, well maybe you had sent me a text or something after I went to bed last night. You hadn't, so I sent you a text probably around 6:30 or so,
6:15, I think.
And I said, I was like, "Are we doing this?" And I didn't hear back from you.
Right.
So I thought,
still sleeping.
All right, no big deal. But I couldn't fall back to sleep, so I said, "I'm gonna go. What the heck? I'm at least gonna drive by Best Buy.
Yeah.
There's one 10 minutes from here. If the line is around the building, I will keep driving.
Sure.
I'll grab some McDonald's and I'll go home.
Because, again, there's no specified amount.
No, not at all.
And it didn't say anything about the way a lot of stores do it now, so there's no stampedes where they hand stuff out in line. It just says warehouse quantities or inventory available, no specific amount. So what time did you get there?
I was in line. I pulled up into the parking spot maybe around 7:10.
Okay.
Got out of my car, walked right over, and there were maybe 20 to 25 people in line in front of me.
Yeah.
But there were at least 3 families in line in front of me.
Assuming getting one item, but hey, had to take the kids.
Yeah, which I thought was strange. So I'm doing the math. I'm like, wow, I mean,
probably.
I don't know. What if they have 20 TVs, then
You're right there.
Odds are pretty good I'm going to get one. And the guy right in front of me was talking about, he was like, because I just making small talk. He's like, yeah, I'm here for, they got a great deal on a laptop. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Laptop.
Plus one.
There we go. I'm now,
yeah.
I'm making the jump. There was one guy in front of me that had a sheet, a printed out piece of paper, and I could see, because he was talking, and I could see that it said, it was the ad for the Toshiba TV.
Right.
So at first I thought, oh, he just
printed it out,
He just
so he
printed
knew
it
what
out,
he was
so
looking.
he makes sure he matches up the number to make sure it's the right TV.
He can show the person, this is what I'm
This
getting.
Is what I
Where
want.
is
yeah.
it?
Well, then I heard him say, yeah, you're only guaranteed a TV, or you're not guaranteed a TV if you have one of these, you're guaranteed one. And I was like, oh, crap, I guess that maybe they handed them out earlier.
And that was by about 7:30, because I had arrived at that point, and I tweeted out some pictures at about 7:30, 7:35. So I was probably about 20 people behind you.
Yeah.
And at that point, that's close enough. I'll sit in line. Well, you texted me that.
And I said, yeah. I said the guy in front said that if you don't have one of these, you're not guaranteed one. But he didn't know if you had to have one to get one. Sure. I think that the way that I understood it was, oh, if you have one of these, you don't have to worry. You're guaranteed one. There might be more, but you're not guaranteed one unless you have that. So at that point, it's like 7:35, 7:40. I'm like,
might as well wait it out.
It's 20 minutes away. So this guy then gets out of line. He's talking to these people who were the most obnoxious people in the world, by the way. And he has a really annoying voice. And so later to find out the kid is only 17 years old, the one who was waiting in line.
I wonder if there's a way we could post that text conversation that you and I had.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
About the people around us.
So this guy goes, well, I'm going to try and make some money. He was going to sell his
kid.
Yeah, the 17-year-old kid. He was going to sell his sheet. And I'm like, man, it seems kind of like, I don't know. It seems like a scam. And at this point, he had already walked away, and I didn't have cash on me.
Sure.
I'm not going to carry $300 cash on me. In hindsight, I wish I had, because he came back a few minutes later. He's like, well, I just made $13. So he had sold his guaranteed TV ticket for
$13
for $292, I guess.
Because he only sold the ticket. Because otherwise,
that's right.
Because otherwise, that person would have paid $292 for the ticket and then $279 for the TV.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
He actually went around and said, "How much cash do you have in your pocket?" And the winner was $13.
Yeah, $13
for waiting for more than you. So he'd wait at that point for 45 minutes or 40 minutes.
Yeah,
he made $13.
So at this point, I'm like, all right, well, kind of works out, because there's one more person now that's in back of me. Yeah, they're guaranteed one, but I'll still be jockeying for position.
Yep.
So the doors open at 8:00, right at 8, and walked in, and surprisingly, a lot of the people went over to the laptops.
Yeah.
And I was like,
there must have been a good deal over there, because I didn't.
It was laptops for like $189. Or
okay.
Something. I don't know how good they were. Couldn't have been that great.
Right.
But whatever. So I kind of pick up my pace a little bit, and I go to the back where I know the TVs are, and I'm following the crowd, and I get in line. They had at the Best Buy, they have like the install bay if you're getting a car stereo installed. Mm-hmm. They had all of the TVs, all the ones that were on sale. They had them all locked in there.
Sure.
And then what you did was, if you got in the line outside, they let one person in at a time. You give them your sheet if you have one. Mm-hmm. You pay for your TV, and then they say, okay, now go to your car, drive around the back.
We'll load it.
Come to this door, we'll load it. So that way you're not dragging a TV through the store, which is very smart on their part.
Fighting people,
very
risking
smart.
somebody snagging, whatever.
Yep. So I thought, wow, this is great. Well, a couple guys get in line in back of me, and they had one of the sheets. And I said to them, I was like, you have to have one of those if you're guaranteed a TV, right? And they said, yeah, but we had heard that they're like, you don't need this.
Sure.
It's like, okay, well, I mean, at this point, I'm in line. So you made your way back a few minutes later.
Yeah, I'd looked around because I didn't know
Yeah.
maybe they put some out on the floor. I figured I'd just look.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I came out for because I went out the night before just to poke around.
So at that point, I'm third in line probably.
Yeah, there's not many people in front of you.
No, and I'm like, I'm looking in the window and I see they have
piles,
30 of them probably stacked up. I'm watching the whole process. I'm like, I got this. Well, then at some point, a guy comes back.
That's a manager.
Yeah, a manager comes back, and I forget what he said, but he walked right up to a woman and he said, "Oh, do you need a ticket for the TV?" and handed it to her. And the two guys in back of me saw this happen. I saw it happen. I wasn't going to say anything, but both of them said, "No, this guy, he was here before them."
Yeah.
And the woman that the manager gave the ticket to, I know for a fact I was in line in front of outside.
Right.
So I was in line in front of her
Which
outside.
is all that should matter in terms of ticket redemption because at this point, I'm done. I knew whatever. I didn't have a ticket. I'm not going to go wait in line because... So this woman immediately, no, my daughter has been in line, yada, yada. All this big explanation.
And I didn't say anything. I just kind of shook my head. I smiled. I'm like, whatever. I don't need this TV, but now that I'm like in the fight for one, I really want
one.
it.
Yeah.
So the two guys in back of me, they were super nice. And they're like, man, that's BS. And I said to him, I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to fight a woman for?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
No. So I walk in, it's my turn to go in. And, I said, look, I was in line outside.
Yeah.
Somehow people in front of me and people behind me got tickets for these TVs. And the guy said, "Oh, well, maybe you were just in your car or something." I'm like, "No, because I was
in line.
I was in line.
Yeah.
I got out of my car and I walked to the line, and I kind of felt bad because he's in a bad spot.
What's he going to do if he gives one away? Somebody who brings a ticket in 30 minutes doesn't get one, then they're ticked.
So I said to him, I was like, "So that's it?" He said, "Yeah. I mean, you can if people don't pick them up by 11 o'clock, then they release them." I was like, okay, well, at this point, it's 8:05. I'm not waiting for 3 hours. Not a chance.
Yeah.
So I walked out. I was kind of pissed. I talked to them at customer service. I said, okay, well, what do I do? Like, if I want to come back? And the guy said, he was super nice. He's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's just, it's crazy. And I get it. Working in that position on Black Friday cannot be fun.
Sure.
You're never going to make everyone happy. So I tried to I was just bummed. I was more bummed than pissed.
Right, but it's still a terrible scenario that the guy had walked to the back. I think that's the only reason that it was a bad deal for you because that manager who walked to the back, it was like a free for all. I could have said
he should have walked up to her quietly and just said,
"Yeah."
Nobody would have seen it.
Because as it turns out, what she had done, instead of going back to the line of where people were going to redeem their tickets, she had gone up to the customer service and said, "I didn't get a ticket."
Mm-hmm.
And they found her a ticket.
Yeah.
Somehow. I mean, they gave her one. Yeah. I don't know. So that's how, or they didn't give her one, but they had said, this woman asked for one.
Mm-hmm.
And while that shouldn't be the redeeming factor, that's what got communicated.
But hey, whatever. She got one. I didn't. And what can I do about it? Nothing.
And I gave up. I walked out.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm going back to bed. I'll be back in bed in 20 minutes.
Yeah. So I left there. And I went home. I stopped, grabbed some food, went home, and I sat at home for a couple of hours, and I was looking around. Actually, no. I went.
You said you went to Walmart.
I went to Walmart. Walmart's right around the corner, and I made the most impulse buy ever by just buying a printer that was on sale.
You needed something to bring home for your morning's efforts.
Yeah.
Other than a belly full of breakfast.
Walking through there pissed off. I'm like, oh, I'm going to take this printer.
My printer now.
And it actually worked out because we wanted to get a wireless printer.
Sure.
So we didn't have to
hook everything up.
Yeah, and that needs to print stuff for work every now and then. And it's always a pain in the ass. I got to pull it up on my computer, plug it, whatever. $34. Like I pay more for the printer cartridges than I did for that printer. Yeah. So I was like, done buying that. Take this printer home.
Take that.
I'll show you. So then it was sitting at home for a couple hours. It's 10 o'clock and I had to run out for something else. And I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go back to there. I'm going to go there again. So I walked back into Best Buy. This time it's 10:15, 10:20. the line to customer service is obscenely long. And of course they have one person working.
Sure.
Because it's Black Friday and all. I mean, why would you have more than one?
Why would you ever have all hands on deck?
And I'm just biting my tongue and I'm like, no, just kill everybody with kindness today. I know that the people working today are miserable. The woman could not have been nicer. After every person that she checked out, she turned to the whole line and I'm so sorry. I'm going as fast as I can. And everybody, to their credit, was being really cool. So I was just like, hey, no problem. Take your time. Me yelling, me getting pissed isn't going to make you go any faster. Just as so the guy in front of me, he's up. He goes up to the counter. And just as that happens, another woman comes over and opens up the next register.
Newbie.
So I walked up to her and I said, hey, I know it's a shot in the dark, but is there any chance, and again, this is still before the 11 o'clock pickup. I said, is there any chance that somebody hasn't picked up the 55-inch Toshiba yet? And she just looked at me and just said, no, they're all gone. And it struck me as weird.
That's odd.
Struck me as weird that she didn't say anything, or she didn't check anywhere.
No earpiece call, no nothing.
Hey, do we still have any of those TVs left?
Yeah.
I'm like, man. And I was super nice to her, and I said, well, just didn't hurt to try, right?
Yeah.
And she just kind of laughed. She said, yeah, sorry. So I walked back to the back area again,
right?
Because I thought, maybe I'll just peek in there, and maybe she was wrong. Well, the door was closed, and I couldn't see where they were stacked up from the window. Walked around for a while. I thought maybe somebody will pop out of there and I can kind of peek in, and nobody did. So I was like, damn, I'm bummed, but I'm going to go home now. I'm going home.
It's time to call it on the TV.
So I got home probably around 11 o'clock, and I think I sent you a text saying, well, the day wasn't a complete loss.
Yeah, you got the printer.
Still got this printer.
Yeah. So you go home TV-less, printer full.
Yeah.
We had to get out anyway. The local hardware store was doing a Christmas thing where I'd been wanting a new Christmas tree for a few years. Ours was in really bad shape. So we roll over there in the late morning, get a tree, and then we were in the car and we decided that we wanted an Echo. I know she wanted one, Katie wanted one badly. It's like, well, let's go to, department store. They do a bunch of money back if you get it there. So I say, let's go there first. Biggest mistake we made all day. Was trying to get into that fray. So we do one half lap and go, it's not happening here. Happens to be 25 feet from the Best Buy where we were at the night before and that morning. And I said, there's dump bins full of Echoes there. Let's just go over there.
Why people were waiting in line for those.
Unbelievable.
When you can get them anywhere. You can get them on Amazon to your door in 2 days. And they have a billion of them. They're never out of stock.
She was going to order one on Amazon. I said, well, I know there's a lot in town. Let's go see if we can just get it so we have it today. So we ended up at Best Buy again. We walk in, and literally the first thing on the rack when you walk in is Echoes.
Yeah.
So we grab one. I go,
what time is this?
It couldn't have been much like afternoon, like 12 o'clock noon.
Okay, so you're there roughly an hour and a half after I've...
Yeah. So I go, let's go walk around because I know they had one of those smart plugs that if you buy an Echo, you get it really cheap. So sure enough, we go get a plug. It's $5. Like, all right, cool. So we're starting to walk towards the checkout, and I said, just one more time.
Giving this TV thing
Let me go look. So we go back to the area. We walk through the TVs, make sure, because it's after 11. I go, maybe they just put them back on the floor and say, God help us, don't kill yourself. And nothing out there. So we walk by the bay again, and I see there's a woman in there who I think works for the CD player install department, right? Because she opens the door, which security back there's like the door has to lock on the way in, it locks on the way out, so she walks out, goes over and starts monkeying with some of the things on her shelves. So I did what you didn't do, which is peek over the top of their racks into the bay.
Yeah.
And I see 2 55-inch Toshiba 4K TV sitting there. So I was like, nah, I'm sure they're spoken for. And bless her heart, Katie goes, at least ask. All right. So I go ask someone, I go, hey, do you know if there's any more 55-inch Toshiba 4K? This is where they're giving away this morning. She goes, I don't know. Let me go look. So she goes back there, and this woman did what the service lady for you did not do, which is
actually
check
something,
everything.
Yeah.
So she walked to the front of the store and back twice, asked the guy who was back there who was helping load earlier, and called on the earpiece thing.
Yeah.
So before she even gets to the back to check if they had them, I see somebody come back with a paper. Boom, one gone.
Yeah.
God damn. All right. I said, no big deal. Again, it was a total shot in the dark anyway. I'm getting ready to tell Katie, let's just get ready. Let's just go. We can go get in line for this thing. And so she does her checks, comes to the back, and the last time she comes to the back, she goes, "You're in luck." It is the last one. Somebody returned it.
Wow.
Because, so the corner of the box was shredded.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, somebody brought like a Ford Focus and was mad when we couldn't fit it in. So they jammed it in, so the top, but nothing of the TV was damaged. And they never even took it out of the box.
Yeah.
And you know this because once one of those things comes out of the box, it is
there's
never
zero chance.
going back in.
It doesn't.
So, yeah. And she goes, do you want it? I go, yeah. She goes, let me check the price it's still ringing up at. And in my mind, I was like, well, that's weird. Why would the price change after 12 noon? Like, okay. She comes back out. She goes, yeah, it's ringing up at $279. Like, she thought that was like the retail price. It's like, oh, you know, I guess I'll take it.
So.
I guess I'll take it. So she goes, so we have the Echo and the plug thing, and she goes, come back here and we can ring you up and get you out of here. I go, well, what about these things? I'll ring you up back here. So not only did we get the last TV,
you didn't have to.
We didn't have to wait in line. I pulled my car around. She helped load the TV in, and we were out of there. And now the reason that I laugh at this is because I showed up 20 minutes after you in line. And I'm walking up, and I'm not going to be that guy. I'm walking up. I'm going to go to the back of the line. So I see you. We wave. You go, hey, back of the line.
Oh, yeah. I taunted you on Twitter.
You taunted me on Twitter.
I asked you how things were back in Poverty Town.
You had said you said to me specifically, and I remember this, don't worry. When I get this TV, you can come over and watch anytime you want. So I text you. When as you're on your way home from there, you text me a selfie where I can you're behind the wheel of your car, and I can clearly see a massive TV in the back of your car. So my first reaction is, oh, he must have gotten one, like maybe another store, because I could see 55-inch. Yeah.
So I thought, well, maybe he just bit the bullet and like
paid retail.
Bought another one. Maybe then I'm like, oh, well, there's that other Best Buy, but I doubt that. I doubt he would have driven all the way out there. And I said, holy crap, like, where'd you get one?
Yeah.
And then I said, I went back and they told me that they were all out. And when you sent me a text saying they lied to your face, I about threw my phone at the floor. I was infuriated. Obviously not mad at you.
Right.
But mad at the whole. So then a couple texts fire back and forth. Well, what time are you there? What time are you there? And I'm like,
they lied to you.
They lied straight to my face.
Because if that services lady had done any legwork, at minimum she would have said, yeah, just wait 20 minutes, 11 o'clock, and then we'll see.
Right.
But
because at that point, there may have still been 6 of them back there for all I know.
Yep.
There may have been 5 of them that weren't picked up or returned or something.
Yeah.
And because my plan was, I got like 3/4 of the way back to Best Buy and realized I had forgotten to bring my phone with me.
Yeah.
But I thought, I'm like, man, if I get back there and they have more than one, I was going to call you.
So swing out.
And then I realized, crap, I don't have my phone on me. So I was actually going to either buy a second one for you.
Oh, geez.
And just have you
pay me
back. Or I finally, after like 11 months, I've been able to memorize your phone number.
Oh, yeah,
we've done
we
it so
do it
many
on the
times.
Google Voice,
I was actually going to ask them, hey, can I borrow a phone and call somebody real quick?
Oh.
And I was going to give you a call. And so when I saw that you had sent me that text and that they had blatantly lied to me.
Yeah.
And I was so mad. And I said to Annette, Annette was at work. I'm texting her. I'm like, you wouldn't believe what happened. She's like, well, call the Best Buy, because she works right across the street from the other Best Buy in town.
okay. Yeah.
She said, and she knew that I was pissed. She's like, well, call this one, and if they have one, I'll leave work right now and go over and get
grab
it. So I called them, and I was like, yeah, after going through the phone, like the press 4 for this, press 2 for this.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody picks up, and the woman laughed at me. I said, yeah, the 55-inch Toshibas. Did anyone not pick one up? She goes, oh, not a chance. Those are gone. I was like,
wow.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, man. Because I had the final dagger, and I kind of regret sending it, was about 2 hours later.
This one hurt.
When I sent a picture of a new 4K TV hooked up or sitting on my fireplace. Anytime you want. Come on by.
I actually considered sending you a picture of my printer and saying the same thing. Hey, man, anytime you want to print wirelessly, you come on by.
Yeah, anytime you need to print something from your smart TV, I'll be waiting. Oh man, yeah,
so
it was
that took me that whole day to get over.
I don't blame you, man.
I was bummed.
I listen. To say I don't feel bad, like sure, it's a TV, but to say I don't feel bad would be a lie because you were there before me. You did everything the right way. As soon as I didn't have a ticket, I gave up. I looked.
I feel like I did everything possible. To ensure that even if I wasn't going to get one, I was going to know that like I really
did everything.
I did all I could.
Yeah, I pretty much tripped over a TV, but kicked it into my car on accident to get it home.
I swear, if you had said that they gave you like an open box discount,
yeah,
and
right,
you got it for like
$199 because the box was damaged. Oh man, so yeah, I got it rigged up. It actually ended up being quite the coup for Kyle. Yeah. We got the Amazon Echo, a new Christmas tree, a
your
nice
Echo,
TV.
Your Echo changed the channels on your new TV?
I need to look into that.
Oh, I bet it could.
No, I should have done the Google because it's hooked up with Google Chromecast, and then it would work. So you could do the Google Home to make that happen.
What's the difference between Google Home and the Echo? Is it just different companies?
Yeah, so like the Google Home will work with Google Chromecast, whereas I'm sure Amazon Echo would probably work with the Amazon
so
Fire
have you used
Stick.
the Chromecast at all?
Yeah, I watched some WWE Network.
We had a Chromecast before, and it sucked.
Really? See, I didn't know what to expect. I don't have one like that. So this is Chromecast built in, so it's not like I click on a button on the screen that says Chromecast. Mm-hmm. I have to stream stuff from my TV or phone or tablet.
Gotcha.
So I started, I'll pull up WWE Network, and then right when you click on it, there's Chromecast whatever, and it casts it right to your TV. But to get it fully, I need to download all of the apps onto my phone or my computer, Netflix, whatever else is synced with it, to get it to cast to the TV. But
it sounds real nice.
It's a burden. It's more what it is, I'm being really put out by having to stream to my brand new 55-inch TV that you couldn't get because, I think we can all agree you're a little bit lazy. You didn't quite take all the proper steps. Just think, if you didn't spend those 3 to 4 minutes scrolling on your phone when Annette got out of bed, and you had gotten to the store.
So to be clear, I waited in line for 20 minutes longer than you outside.
Yep.
I waited in line 10 minutes longer than you at the back of the store.
Mm-hmm.
Then I waited in line an additional 20 to 25 minutes.
After driving home and back.
Yeah, after driving home.
Yeah, man.
And then back.
Mm-hmm. All before me.
All before you.
Yeah.
But you got the TV.
Let's look at this.
I mean, if I like to think that if I was in that situation, I would have offered the TV up.
It's very true. But the box was damaged. I didn't want to give you.
I would have even given you an open box discount.
I wouldn't want to give you a lemon. Have that TV not function. But you know what? Let me turn that glass half full for you a second.
Mm-hmm.
You got a new bride.
Mm-hmm.
A week before.
I can't argue with that.
New house 2 months before that. So
yeah.
So really, what's a
what's a TV?
What's a TV in the scheme, right?
Right. Well, at least I got that stupid picture of a bridge over there. Yep.
I mean, in the scheme of things, Steve.
So-
It's really, this is going to help your marriage because now less attention focused on gorgeous 4K definition televised entertainment and more on that knowledge you learned from Pastor Kent during your counseling.
And it all comes full circle, doesn't it? Now that I know the scheme that they run.
Oh, what a terrible.
I wonder what time they handed out those sheets,
And
because if I know that, I'm going to show up at 5 a.m., get one of those sheets, go home and go to bed, and then just show back up at 10:50.
And that's why I made sure to specify that when we looked through the ad. If it had said ticketed item, we do that. If we really want one, we make sure that's what we do. We can either go super early, get a ticket, go home, come back, or we go there super early,
go
to breakfast, come back, whatever. But it didn't say that, and that's what the bummer is, because you're waiting in line, twiddling your thumbs, hoping when it doesn't have to be that way if they just announced tickets or vouchers or whatever. Which I understand that system, because you don't want the videos of yesteryear of
wigs falling off,
people
and
getting trampled like you had tweeted about. So, I mean, one of us, again, another half full spin, Steve. One of us has a printer. The other one, already had a wireless printer.
You know what? I'm going to be able to print stuff without getting up.
Sure.
I mean, I'll have to get up to go and turn
the paper,
turn the printer on.
We got Lola.
Yeah, I tried to hook the thing up the other night. Can't get it to connect to my network. Considering throwing it in the garbage, because it's only a $34 printer.
Not only did that day come up roses for me, my parents had an old Wi-Fi extender, and when I play PlayStation, my internet connection, because my router is in the opposite side and basement of the house.
Oh, you poor thing.
It's just terrible, It's like I'm living in the third world, and I can't tolerate that. Well, thank goodness my parents had a Wi-Fi extender that they no longer use. So that got remedied for free, Steve. 10 times improvement on my speeds.
10 times?
On my video game network.
Really?
10 times.
Jeez.
And that was fixed for free. So not only did I get a bargain TV, a great deal on a smart home Echo, I fixed my internet issues and got a new Christmas tree, and I could already print wirelessly.
Man. Things are just coming up, Kyle.
I did not gain a new bride.
It's true.
Or a new home. So again, scheme of things, Steve.
Yeah. It's funny too, because to Annette's credit, she knew that I was bummed.
I don't blame you, man.
And she was trying to make it better. So she sent me a screenshot of another TV, like a similar TV. She's like, "Well, we could order this one on Amazon. We'll have it in 2 days." And it was $479, and I thought, I cannot justify that. Eventually,
not that
eventually, we're going to get a new TV, and we're probably going to pay that much easily.
But day of,
man, I cannot. I just can't do it.
Day of, you would have to eat. You have to swallow that pill of $200 more than you could have paid 12 hours earlier.
It would be like if somebody walked up to you and said, "Hey, do you want a hot dog? It's $2." And then you bought one for $2, and then they turned to me and said, "Do you want a hot dog? It's $3,000."
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, I mean, I really want
and
the
also,
hot dog.
you only get 2 condiments.
Yeah,
it's not unlimited. Yeah. It was a terrible stroke of luck for you, and I feel just bad enough about it to laugh at it.
When you sent me that picture, I'm like, oh boy, it's insult to injury right there. That one hurts.
I shouldn't have said it. I should have saved it for today and brought it in the TV. So I do feel bad, Steve. I do apologize, but you've got a very nice picture of a bridge.
Yeah.
To hang on.
Enjoy my TV whenever you watch it.
What do you think? That's about 55 inches wide over there.
Something. I think it's a 4-foot wide print, which would probably equal to, because the TVs are measured diagonally.
You're probably right. I bet you it's 48 inches wide.
I bet it's this.
Get 3 of those, stack them up, and then tell Annette to shake them really fast, and it'll be just like you got a TV.
Hey, look at that. The bridge is there. That was...
Well, happy Thanksgiving, happy Black Friday to everybody who was able to...
The true spirit of the holidays. The first time I went out for Black Friday shopping, I got royally screwed, pissed off, and here here I am with no TV.
I can't wait for next year. I'm going to try to find someone else to do it too.
Don't tell them.
I'm going to watch someone storm out pissed from a store, and I'm going to be, hey, man.
Slowly pull that piece of paper out of your pocket.
Yeah.
And
Hey, man, can I get your number? I can text them later, like, you're not going to believe this. I got the laptop. Yeah, no, I came back at 1. I slept in. Felt great.
Yeah. So there we go. That's that is why, man, completely out of character for me to wake up and go. I had been convinced you had put that glimmer of hope in my eye by sending me that picture of that fancy new TV.
Yeah.
Then I walked by, because I walked through the TV section, and I wonder what the difference is between that one and the ones that are, because normally, like, you look at, it seems like the going rate for a TV in that size is $600-700.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
I don't know. I'll never know.
I mean, I look at some of them and I'm like, oh, you can definitely, like, that's a $3,000 TV, and then it's next to a $500 TV. Everything just looks, I wouldn't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
It just looks better.
You can tell though.
Yeah.
But for me, vast improvement.
Yeah.
Vast.
Yep.
Well, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday to everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5,
Hope you enjoyed the holiday. Enjoyed the holiday as much as I did with my new TV.
I swear, if your Fast Five is like 55-inch Toshiba, and it's like you actually have the model number of our current TV, like 43-inch plasma from 09.
Oh, that's right. That's still the plasma.
We have 2 plasmas that are still kicking.
Oh, my goodness.
Although that one, the one over there that I haven't hooked up yet, has been turned on its side since we we moved. I think that means all the plasma has shifted to one side.
I'm sure that's safe, right?
Yeah.
And just cut it out. You can reuse it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, time for the Fast Five. No more than the Fast 5. Just 5 of them today, right, Steve?
Swift 6. That's what they're called.
Jesus. All right, I'll kick it off. Charlie Rose.
See you later, man. Sorry.
Times Person of the Year.
Oh boy. Why even call them?
Net neutrality.
Scary.
Very.
Very scary. This was, we'll get back to it.
Malia Obama.
Malia Obama. Oh boy, scandalous.
God.
Smoking a cigarette.
Can't just leave her alone.
Dating a foreigner.
Can't just dating one of them invaders. And lastly, Steve, wedded bliss.
Fantastic so far.
Yeah.
Love
a week
it.
in, 8 days in.
Yeah. Zero has changed in our everyday lives.
Exactly. That's what you realize.
It's a little bit inconvenient to cash checks at the bank.
Oh, yeah.
That took a little bit because Annette can't
change her name until after the honeymoon.
Can't change her name until after the honeymoon because her passport has her maiden name on it.
Sure.
And if her ID doesn't match her passport, we're not getting on a plane. She's not getting on a plane.
You're still going.
I'm still going.
If something goes down, give me a call. I'll rush to the airport.
Yeah, I'll call you.
Might cost
you a TV or two, but
that TV's out of the house if it means that you make a vacation.
So we had to, because we're in the process of merging bank accounts and switching auto pay on a lot of stuff.
Sure.
And a lot of the checks that we got as wedding gifts were made out to like Mr. and Mrs., which I thought, okay, well, it's got my name on it, so I can cash it.
Yeah.
But I can't.
Both.
I couldn't do it until her name was on my account, which was a whole. So they gave me a form. They said, here, you fill out this part. Your wife fills out this part. And then as long as she brings it back with her ID, we'll get it all set up. Well, so she took it back the next day, and they were like, nope, you both have to be here.
Oh, my goodness.
And we both had to go back in. Honestly, it wasn't a huge pain, but we eventually got that all straightened out. But that's been the most complicated thing so far.
Right.
Referring to her as my wife has been strange.
Different.
But, it's great. She changed her name on Facebook.
Hey.
It's Facebook official.
You know it's a done deal now.
That's right.
She's not getting away.
Malia
Obama. Yeah, the video of her making out with her boyfriend.
Yep, at Harvard, right? It was a Harvard-Yale football game.
Yep, smoking a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
All over the internet.
Boy, that's
scandal.
Huge news.
Can't tolerate that.
A woman who is
of
legal smoking age
is
smoking.
Yep. and has a boyfriend.
Huh. And he's from England.
Well, we'll have to fix that. Might be a spy.
A spy straight from the Queen.
Yeah. Before that, probably the biggest story of the week for a lot of tech people, I guess, net neutrality.
Net neutrality, yeah. That's
the idea that, for people who don't understand, well, first of all, you need to do some reading on this because it's a huge topic.
Yeah.
So essentially what you do now, you pay whatever big company for your internet. Instead, by eliminating the net neutrality laws, those companies would then be able to charge you, hey, $9 a month if you want to access social media.
It's kind of like cable TV right now.
Yes.
You're paying different rates based on what you want to access.
Yep.
If you want HBO and Showtime, you're paying more.
Extra.
Up until now, the internet there are no what they refer to as internet fast lanes or internet slow lanes. You pay for your access.
Yep.
You're paying for a speed. Obviously, like we pay our provider a certain amount of money per month for a certain speed of internet. You pay more, you get higher speed. You pay less, you get lower speed. That is perfectly fine. But by eliminating net neutrality, the speed isn't such a big thing now. It's going to be so you want to use Facebook? Okay, well that's going to be an extra,
however many,
$4 a month.
Yep.
Oh, you like Netflix? Netflix is going to cost you. For reasons unknown, the current administration wants to do away with net neutrality.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's really
going to end up
deal.
costing you more, and a lot of the repercussions you don't think about where, like if you watch Netflix, well, if you have a different cable provider that has their own streaming service, they could very well throttle or slow down your speeds to Netflix because they don't want you to watch Netflix. They want you to get their own streaming service. It's just corporatizing. That's not a word, but you know what I mean.
I think it is.
Something that people seem to believe now is like part of the public domain, which is the argument against getting rid of these laws, is that it's, what is it, Title II or something, where it's declared a public entities type of thing. So please do your reading on net neutrality and
if you're not familiar with it, get familiar with it.
It's a huge deal.
Because chances are, if you're somebody who is into podcasting and you're listening to this, then you're into that whole techie, internet-y, you need to know about this.
You need to be aware. It's good to know. Before that, Times Person of the Year, a big kerfuffle the other day with the current president.
So what apparently what happened is they called him and said he was in the final running.
So this is the tweet that Donald Trump sent out. Said, Time called, said I was probably going to be Person of the Year, but they needed a photo shoot and an interview, and I said, probably no, thanks again, or something like that. So he's essentially getting ahead of it and saying that I couldn't do it. Well, that's all eye-rolly enough until Time magazine comes out and says, publicly, that's a lie. We don't comment on Person of the Year or discuss it or release anything until its publication date on December 6th.
Yeah, so
the thought seems to be that Donald Trump lied because he wants to get ahead of it, saying, I said no.
Right.
They didn't not choose me. They just said no. I just said no to them. Such an unnecessary, but it's an egotistical thing.
Yeah.
He didn't want to find out that he wasn't chosen as Person of the Year.
Yeah.
He wanted to have people believe he told Time no.
Yeah.
And now people could say, well, no, Time refuted it. Oh, fake news. Fake news. They can refute that all they want. They called him fake news.
Our president is a child.
It seems that way.
It's the grown-up equivalent of, I didn't want to go out with her.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have asked her out.
Yeah. It's
She didn't say no to me. I never asked her.
This is really embarrassing. And the fact that he has not, after Time tweeted that out saying we never did that, he has not commented on it again, which usually when he gets told you're lying, he throws a bigger tantrum and will start accusing the magazine of failing. But he has not done that.
Yeah.
Which
talk about how they're associated with Hillary Clinton in some way.
Which essentially in Trump terms, him not coming back and attacking it again is confirming what they're saying in my mind.
Yeah. Can they make their person of the year not Donald Trump?
Just everybody but.
Yeah.
Like literally the world's population
They have a
except.
specific episode
Yeah.
or a specific issue saying Times person of the year.
Yeah.
Not Donald Trump.
Right. Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, because that would eat at him more than anything in the world. And firstly, I mentioned Charlie Rose, PBS and CBS News journalist, interviewer.
Accused by how many women?
I think it was 8. It might be more now, but I think it was initially 8 of walking around nude.
Oh, I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, would walk around nude and then would,
like on at work?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then like assistants would
Jesus.
call and like talk about sexual fantasies with them. And I believe there was some groping as well. I don't remember the specifics because at this point they're all blending together. So yeah, summarily within a day, fired by PBS, fired by CBS.
Crazy. And he'll be forgotten about so quickly too.
Yeah, because he was
right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
right before the holiday rush. I mean, that's when stories just get lost.
Yeah,
you know,
and the thing
which
too,
is a shame.
He was a respected,
not a shame to him, but a shame that
it gets forgotten.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He was a respected journalist too, but he wasn't in the likes of like a Bill O'Reilly lightning rod.
Yeah.
So it's not as acknowledged as that was.
Yeah.
You know, it's
so. And a week ago, if you had said who's Charlie Rose, I would have said, well, I know he does that. Like, I think he does that PBS thing.
Yeah.
And I know he's on
I'm familiar with the name.
one of the shows in the morning, but I couldn't have told you which one.
Yeah. Out of a job. Another instance. And it seems like the Harvey Weinstein things might get like Uma Thurman, who is for a while was like kind of looked at as a Weinstein muse type of thing. And she was in Pulp Fiction, which is a early Weinstein big deal, and was obviously in the Kill Bills for Quentin Tarantino in the Weinstein Company. Was tweeting out like, a bullet's not enough for you, Harvey. Wow. In time, the truth will be coming out. So it sounds like she has some pretty damning stories of her own that is not ready to share yet. So it doesn't seem like it's going to get better. Well, for him though, how much worse can it get?
Exactly.
He's literally been accused of raping women.
Well, I mean, the only way it could be worse is if he ends up in prison.
Right.
Which, whether he will or not, is to be determined.
Who knows?
All right, so that was it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Fast 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, start out with another Charlie, but Charlie Manson.
Don't rest in peace. Rest in hell.
It's a big one, Kyle. Survivor Series.
Can
you say that one more time to clarify?
All
right.
Disappointing end.
You know, I'm going to cut one out of my Swift 6.
We're going down to the 5?
Go down to Fast 5. Dale Jr.
Oh, no. He's retired now, right?
He's retired.
He's officially... Okay, I didn't know if he'd done something else. Yeah. Talk about an underwhelming career, I think, for NASCAR fans.
All right, next is Malia Obama.
Give her the scarlet letter.
And finally, net neutrality.
I think it's subtly the biggest deal not enough people are paying attention to. Again, we talked about it at length. Please read up on it. And if you don't think it matters, then so be it. But please at least read up and be informed on it.
Until just recently, I didn't really know what it was.
Exactly. And there's a ton of flowcharts and things to help you understand what it is. Just please try to find one from as neutral of a source as you can find. Don't go to your whoever's blog. Don't go to, Ajit Pai, who's the director of the FCC's Twitter feed. Please look into it.
What is their justification for wanting to do away with net neutrality?
It didn't matter before. It shouldn't matter now. It's hindering the internet. Ajit Pai's open letter, who's, the director or whatever of the FCC, wrote a note about this, or an op-ed, saying Obama imposed these laws and somehow the internet business growth has slowed down 5% since he instituted these laws. And before the laws were instituted, it didn't matter. Nobody was doing this anyway, so why would they start doing it now? But it's another thing of, do we really need to give the control of this to the big corporations?
If it's no big deal and no one is, like, say, Comcast or Time Warner, like, if they're not if they're not doing it already, then why do we need to give them the option that they can?
They can't, exactly. So Obama, the
like,
laws,
I just don't understand who benefits if
big corporations,
right?
can
But
charge you more, right?
But supposedly, if they're not going to do anything, like if they're not going to do it, then why do we need to give them the power?
Which in that case, you just wait for the first shoe to drop, right, and the first company to take the plunge, and everybody else can say, well, they started it, we've got to do it now too. So scary.
Yeah, it's scary to think that, ultimately it's going to end up being we as the consumer pay a lot more money.
For less.
For much less. That sucks. All right,
No
Malia Obama was before that.
Scandal of the year, man.
You see that kiss? There was a hug and a kiss.
I don't want to speculate because there's not enough pixels, but there may have been tongue.
Cigarette. Something legal.
Brand her with the scarlet letter.
Yeah.
She's pretty much a social pariah.
Mm-hmm.
Throw her in jail.
Yeah.
Her.
Dale Jr. is retired from the racetrack.
Yeah, he's going to have a long, successful after race career with
he's
TV or whatever. Mountain Dew.
Still a team owner. He owns, or I guess I'm assuming he owns Junior Motorsports, or at least the majority owner of that.
Yeah, but he became such a fan favorite when his father passed away. And he's a likable guy by all intents and purposes. He's one of the most likable guys in that sport. And so for him to walk away, I don't know if he ever won a championship. I don't think so. It's probably a huge disappointment to his fans who thought he was the next big racing guy. But you see that, like, he's got to be in his early 40s.
Yeah.
This is like, it feels like Tony Stewart. Like, people are retiring from that sport young. I wonder if it's just, man, that car's awfully hot for 3 hours a weekend.
Maybe it's a CTE type thing.
It might be.
You know, I mean,
you crash.
Exactly.
That hurts.
Even those crashes that don't look like anything.
Yeah.
To us as we're sitting there watching a race, like you're bouncing around that car pretty good.
And I think it was Dale Jr. who missed. It was either this season or last who missed a ton of time from a concussion.
Yeah.
A ton of time.
Yeah,
so I'm sure that he's got children after a while that weighs on you. Hey, I want to remember them.
Yeah.
So.
Did you, by a tangent, did you see that for the first time, I forget who it was, but they were able to successfully see the effects of CTE in a living person's brain?
Yeah, so now it's a few steps away, but ideally this leads to, sooner rather than later, being able to diagnose it in living people, football players, whatever, to either tell them you need to stop or your brain has sustained way too much damage.
Because I would assume that the damage is still
there,
irreversible.
Right.
It's not going, but at least
you'd hope maybe that's the next step. But maybe it seems like with brain injuries.
But maybe it becomes a thing where instead of waiting till after someone is dead, it becomes a routine test.
Yep.
Whether it's every 6 months for a professional athlete or something like that.
I mean, honestly, it should be. I think hopefully it becomes in football and stuff a part of your physical. Like if you want to sign with a team, you have to pass a physical, and passing that physical is
nobody's going to pass.
Prove the health of your brain.
No one's going to pass.
Well, it depends on where you put the line, right? Like
exactly.
When you get tested for steroids, they have a certain percentage of testosterone or number of testosterone you can't be over. So you can be up to a certain point, but once you're over it, then they can't. But
and I wonder how that works with the whole players union, and
you'd have to be grandfathered in. It's a weird. It'll never happen, but ideally for the health of people.
Yeah. All right. Before that, I need a breakdown of Survivor Series. I need to know how. So
obviously the big finale is the 5-on-5 men's Survivor Series match. So it's your traditional Survivor Series match where it's a single. It's 5-on-5 elimination match.
Oh, so we're not going like Australian rules?
No. This is your traditional Survivor Series match, Steve. So it obviously ended with a big Triple H twist. A double turn, if you will, is what the insiders will call it in the wrestling biz.
Oof.
Bit of a disappointment.
Really?
It's a guy who isn't really active, making himself the focal point of the biggest storyline in wrestling. So people, kind of bums people out.
Yeah.
So, but hey, it's Triple H. What are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's Triple H.
You got Triple H. You got Shane McMahon. You've got your Kurt Angles out there.
Shane O'Mac still doing it. Huh?
Yeah. So in this Survivor Series match, it was funny because the average age was, I think, 41 years old. You got John Cena, who just turned 40. There's a guy they called up. He's 39. Triple H, 47. Kurt Angle, 49. Shane O'Mac, 48. So all these people doing this big match, and hey, it's kind of cool nostalgia, but again, I get more worried now because I'm old enough to be like, oh, don't die. It's going to be very awkward.
That's a hip injury right there.
Yeah, out for a year. I can guarantee that one. So, it's a fun card, but what are you going to do? Double turn on Triple H at the end.
And first on the list, Charles Manson, dead at the age of
83.
Oh, I thought he was 90 something.
Oh, maybe I thought I read 83.
Now, my knowledge of Charles Manson, not that extensive.
Sure.
He never actually murdered anyone, did he?
Correct.
Okay, but it was people that were his
followers. His cult, which I believe none of them have gotten out of prison. There may be one or two who weren't even involved in those murders, but they still went to jail. They were part of his
Tate.
So they had murdered like a porn producer and his wife or something the day before, and then the Tate murders, where I think it was 5 or 6 people. Obviously, pregnant Sharon Tate, one of the bigger actresses of that generation, was the biggest story of that time. Yeah. But gruesome, multiple stab wounds done in like a weird, not ritual, but like, okay, now you stab type of thing. No mercy, and Manson was there for those. So just one of the most notoriously evil men we'd seen ever. Ended up going to jail, getting the swastika carved into his forehead, and obviously famous for his parole hearings where he'd start speaking in weird tongues, and just essentially denied for parole 9 times. He received 12 life sentences, denied for parole 9 times.
When you have 12 life sentences, why do you even...
You shouldn't get parole.
Yeah, why?
Absolutely.
Doesn't that kind of go against...
I wonder if he was part of the... I guess I'm not familiar enough, but, when the United States government overturned the death penalty for a few years, all of death sentences were commuted. Not commuted, but turned to life. And I wonder if the default was it turns to life with possibility of parole.
Yeah, maybe.
But then when they reinstituted the death penalty, they didn't just say, well, you were before, so now you're back on the list. You stayed a life sentence. So.
Yeah, but I think you put it well by saying do not rest in peace.
Yeah, you can't say that about that guy.
No.
He was an evil person from top to bottom who never, I don't care he never did an ounce of good.
No.
You don't get remembered if you did a good act as a kid.
All right,
if you murder 9 or 12 people.
All right, so people do this all the time with Hitler.
Sure.
Say you can go back in time. Do you kill baby Charles Manson?
Yeah, I don't have that much of a heart to say no.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I think you have to.
If knowing what I know, sure, I'll let the mother. The mother will have a. Oh no! Like my baby was murdered. I get it.
Yep.
But I would rather have one person grieve the loss of their child than families and friends of those 12 or whatever, and all the people he affected have to grieve later on.
It's quite a note to end this one on.
Anybody got a joke? I guess, yeah.
Give me one of the zingers that you didn't get to deliver at the reception last week.
Oh my God, I have them written down. I don't think I...
Quick, the song's only
so
long.
Man, you got, Bob's here, everybody. Thanks, Bob, for coming. He's got the tattoo on his forearm, the flame job on his forearm there, Steve.
Yeah?
You know what that means. Bad life decisions for Bob. There was some other nuance to it. But
there wasn't quite the crowd reaction we had hoped
for.
Well, that was fun, man. Another episode
too
in
long.
The books. Too long, of course, but we had a lot to cover.
Our apologies to Greg, the pilot. Get to you next week, maybe?
Yeah, eventually. All right, that's about it for this week. We will talk to you next week. In the meantime, you know where to download and subscribe, review the show.
Yeah, just simple share. Share on Facebook or a retweet on Twitter. That is a huge help to us. That's literally all we're asking you to do.
Facebook.com/Steve and Kyle, or on Twitter @Steve and Kyle. Snapchat Steve and Kyle Pod. Anyway, communicate with us. Greatly appreciated. We will talk to you in about a week.
Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married.
Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's room of choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Warning, the following ZipRecruiter radio spot you are about to hear is going to be filled with F-words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel frustrated, forlorn even, like your efforts are futile, and you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, only to get flooded with candidates who are just fine. Fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to fix all that. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/zip. With ZipRecruiter, you can forget your frustrations because we find the right people for your roles fast, which is our absolute favorite F word. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
Fantastic.
So, whether you need to hire 4, 40, or 400 people, get ready to meet first-rate talent. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/zip to try ZipRecruiter for free. Don't forget, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip. Finally, that's ZipRecruiter.com/zip.